After months and months of waiting and waiting, it's finally done. All 4 restricted free agents are signed. They're at peace and they're ready to hoop in just a few weeks.
It's about time.
Yeah, it only took
Just a shade under a decade.
all the way to training camp.
What did Sham say? He said it was supposed to be the most.
It was supposed to be the most crazy, chaotic, insane, historical offseason in NBA history. Maybe you shouldn't say that a couple months after the greatest, craziest trade in NBA history went down.
Yeah.
But you know what? That's just me.
I mean, the preseason games start tomorrow. The Knicks start tomorrow, I know.
Yeah, there's games out in Abu Dhabi, and I know the Nets and Suns are playing in Macau in a couple days.
Okay.
So that's going to be pretty cool. The NBA international games, or the global games, what they call it, it's always fun.
Yeah.
Right now it's go Yankees though.
Shut up, Gio.
So I don't know if we're in. Who was that guy? Austin Wills just hit a home run.
That was last night, Gio.
Oh, it was last night.
Yeah.
Well, look, it's go Yankees right now because it's the Yankees playoffs. Look, I haven't watched baseball for a long time.
It doesn't miss you, Gio.
But
And they're likely,
I know they miss me.
and they're likely going to get eliminated by the time this episode drops anyways.
That's quite possible.
It doesn't really matter at this point.
Yeah.
But the good
That
news is
quite possible.
we've reached the penultimate episode of our 2025 Preseason Power Rankings. We're up to part 5 already. We're jumping into the top 10 in episode 77. These are going to be the teams that are a lot better, teams that potentially can make the deep playoff run. It's more in the cards, whereas, teams we talked about last week are very much long shots. If they can get to the second round even, that's a miracle in and of itself. We're getting into the big dogs, and then obviously next week we'll conclude with the contenders, the top 5 teams. That's how it goes around here. And also, you know what, Gio? We were going to save this for the end of the episode, but I had an interesting fact/stat that I saw on Instagram earlier today. If I could find it, I'll put it on the screen. If not, I'm not going to worry about it. But there's a guy by the name of Isaiah Stevens. Does that name sort of ring any bell? It shouldn't.
No.
Okay, well, Isaiah Stevens is the 5,000th man to ever step foot in the NBA. The official 5,000th player of all time. Isn't that insane?
That's pretty cool.
It's pretty nuts.
5,000. Wow.
We've had now over 5,000 players step foot in this league.
Wow.
That's quite ridiculous.
It's really an honor to be one of those 5,000. Seriously.
It really is, and I think that really just goes to show how rare it is to become a professional athlete of that caliber.
Yeah.
Like, so many kids grow up wanting to be in the NBA, but so few actually make it there.
Did you see that LeBron was on Kai Cenat's stream last night?
Yeah, he cut his hair.
He passed 1 million subs in Mafia Down 3.
Yeah.
He brought everybody on. He cut his hair.
Yeah. You think LeBron should stream right now?
Kai said he should, and LeBron said no. He's like, people won't listen to me for 30 minutes. Well, how can you listen for me for 30 days? Because Kai streamed for like 30 days.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of Mafia-thon. It's like a 30-day, month-long stream.
Did you see Speed? Speed
Yeah.
has a 40-inch vertical and a 4.4 40-yard dash. That's crazy.
He finished his USA tour 2 days ago, 35 days.
So that tells me I feel like a lot of people could be NBA athletes, but it's really what separates the NBA athletes to regular everyday athletes is the drive to want to do it.
Speed is fast.
Speed, he has the natural ability.
Right, but I mean, just because you have natural athletic ability doesn't mean it's going to translate to the NBA.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
you have to have the drive to actually work on the skills.
You have the drive, and you also have to pick a sport.
Yeah.
Like, if you're super jacked, go play football. You're gonna be much more suited to play that sport than baseball, for example. Like, certain body types fit certain sports. Like, do you really think Joe Ingles would suit any other sport besides basketball?
No.
I don't
baseball.
I don't really think so.
Why?
I just think his body's made for basketball.
I mean, bro is literally unk.
Yeah, but he's 6'6" and doesn't really move the greatest. I do think basketball's where he belongs. Someone like Bojan Bogdanovic, same thing. I'm just kind of going down that Jazz roster.
Don't you need to move well to be a basketball player?
Yeah, but he moves good for basketball. Ask him to run the bases, and he's going to get thrown out.
I don't think so.
I think he will.
Maybe.
But, it's always tough.
It truly does.
But, obviously, like I mentioned previously, it's actually the first episode of October, recording this on October 1st. So, guys, how are we doing in this 10th month of the year?
I'm good.
Listen, the years fly.
The weeks
Another
fly.
year. Yeah, we're almost at the end of year number 2.
Yeah,
for us.
we're almost there. We've gone, this is our
With-
17th month, I
Yeah.
believe, or no, 19th month. My math
Yeah.
is awful. Is our 19th month of operation as a show.
Wait, crazy thing
Yeah.
before you go.
Yeah.
I was on FDU's campus yesterday.
Yeah.
Doing what?
No comment. Okay? I don't have to comment on that.
Yeah, we don't have to
Keep it fair.
comment. We're not putting him on the spot here.
I hope he fell into the river.
And basically, I'm walking around.
Someone
and then-
noticed you?
Yes, bro. Someone's like, "Yo, are you floor spacer Paul?" I'm like, "Yo," and then we dapped each other up. I'm like, "That's crazy."
Did you know the guy?
Fire.
No,
What was his name?
Alex.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was
So
it-
shout out to, there's a lot of Alexes. I
So let's
realized.
just get the G of the week out of the way now then.
Alex. Shout out to you, bro.
Where was
Yeah.
he walking from when he saw you?
It was around the fitness center.
That's kind of where everyone congregates.
yeah,
Those of you
yeah.
that don't know FDU.
Was he excited?
Yeah, bro. He was
Yeah.
like smiling on his face. He's like, "Are you the guy from?"
That's like the third.
Yes, bro.
That's like the third time you've gotten recognized by a
Yeah.
stranger. That's insane.
Yeah.
That is crazy,
I barely go out, so I'm probably gonna be the last person to get recognized.
bro.
But
Your day is coming very
it'll
soon.
come soon.
Yes.
That's
I
when
ha-
everything's really gonna sink
I
in.
haven't
crazy.
seen one since Gio's friend when I went out.
Yeah.
That's different though, because that person knows someone.
Yeah.
I don't.
Like we're talking about like a
remember.
total stranger that has no idea who you are,
Did,
or you have no idea who
I
they
can't
are.
remember if I saw it. I don't think I have.
But aside from that, obviously, speaking of growing the channel, we're trying to get to 8,000
We're
subscribers,
very close.
and we're just over 100 away.
Yeah.
And we're trying to get there before the start of the NBA season, which is October 21st. Also, my dad's birthday. Shout out to the big man.
Nice.
And
24th?
21st.
First.
October 21st. So we have just under 3 weeks now to get there. So
I think we'll get it.
whack that subscribe button. If you enjoyed this video, drop a like. Hit the bell. That way you're notified every time we upload, which is every day. If you're on Spotify audio platforms, give us 5 stars, answer the polls, all that good stuff. Personal socials are on the screen right now. The rest are in the description down below. Discord server, join it up. Pin comment below. We're going to get back to streaming once the season kind of gets underway. We're just waiting for stuff to happen. And obviously, we're going to do our first 45 minutes to an hour of news/other random stuff. And before we dive into the first segment, guys, do we have anything else to say?
Let's go.
I'm gonna experiment with TikTok and IG Live, maybe before the season starts.
Do it whenever you want. Yeah,
And
just start
and
going
then
live.
During the week, we'll stream 'em and talk because right now there's not much to talk about.
No,
I would say maybe it's like 2 weeks. Maybe when preseason gets going,
Go for it, bro.
I'm gonna start. You gotta join the IG Live, okay? And the TikTok Live.
You
But
join.
download
I'm
TikTok.
not
You
doing
join.
TikTok.
How about this? You join the IG lives. I'll join the TikTok lives because I'm locked out of the
Yeah.
Instagram app. I can't
Okay,
use
fine.
it.
That
Just
works.
text me before you do it.
You don't. You
It'll
got,
be-
you got to look at the chat then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can look at the chat.
So stay tuned for all of
nice.
that.
Yeah.
And let's get into the first segment.
Let's go.
Into the first segment we go, guys. It's been a while, but we're going to talk about the WNBA. So obviously, they're going into their final right now between the Phoenix Mercury and the Las Vegas Aces. We're actually going to predict that series at the end of this segment because we have some very serious controversial stuff to talk about that's kind of gone on over the past couple of days. And the timing couldn't have been perfect because we needed a news segment. We always like to open up the show with some sort of news, whether it's an injury, a retirement, or some sort of controversy. Not going to name names, aspiration, but that's fine. We'll have more information on that soon when the time comes. But we're going to talk about a situation that went on in the WNBA that happened, I think, yesterday at the time of recording or 2 days ago, whenever it happened. And I'll give some context first because this is kind of a whole league issue at the top. So in the semifinal, the Minnesota Lynx played the Phoenix Mercury, and the Mercury the series was tied 1-1. In game 3, the Lynx had a chance to, tie the game or win the game. I forgot exactly what the score was. And Nafisa Collier on the Lynx drove in, a lot of contact, just a crap ton of contact, no call. The Mercury got the ball and sealed the game. Reminded me a lot of the other way around when Phoenix lost the NBA Finals when Drew Holiday ripped it from Devin Booker and, Giannis got that famous and one and that famous stare under the basket. So the Lynx lose game 3, go down 2-1 in the series. They would go on to lose game 4. And in that game, Nafisa Collier gets injured on the play.
Yeah.
And it came out today that she suffered several torn ligaments in her ankle and a torn ligament in her shin, around the shin bone. So not good. And essentially this sparked a big ref problem. And during the exit interviews, before I even get to that, I'm all over the place. I'm so sorry. The Minnesota Lynx coach, Cheryl Reeve, had some choice words for the ref when that play happened. She got tossed from the game, and she got suspended for Game 4. It was the first time in league history that a coach got ejected and suspended in the playoffs.
Wow.
So pretty crazy stuff. And obviously, when teams get eliminated, they do their exit interviews. They, face the press and the PR and everything like that. And Nafisa Collier pulled out this 4-minute statement that was so powerful and so eye-opening to really kind of get a glimpse of what's going on behind the scenes in the WNBA. And like I said, we're not going to show any parts of the speech or anything on the show because, one, copyright, and two, it's 4.5 minutes long. I don't think you can just watch that on your own time. So we'll link it down below if you do want to go check it out. It's on, I believe, Malika Andrews' Twitter. She posted the full unedited thing. And essentially, I'll just kind of give you some different sound bites on what's kind of going on and what she had been saying. And, one of the things she had complained about with the WNBA commissioner, Kathy Engelbert, saying that there's a big refereeing problem and stuff like that. And her response, only losers complain about the refs, which, first of all, is total cap.
And Kathy is the commissioner.
Kathy's
correct?
the commissioner,
Kathy,
yes.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
So she's been the commissioner for a while. But only losers complain about the refs. That's interesting, isn't it?
Wow.
That's as the commissioner, you want to connect with your players like that. And you're essentially calling her a loser, which I guess isn't wrong because they lost. But at the end of the day, it's like, that's kind of lame. Everyone complains about the refs.
Yeah.
Refs are always going to be a big problem regardless of the sport and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I know
Yeah, that was definitely a cold-hearted response, but keep going.
for sure, without a doubt. Also, Cheryl Reeve had said at the end of the game, she said, the officiating crew we had tonight, for the leadership to deem those 3 people semifinals playoff worthy is bleeping malpractice. She got fined $15,000 for that, by the way, for those comments, along with the suspension. And then Collier also said, hearing over and over again, we have the best refs in the world. We don't have a problem. None of the injuries are due to physicality and the way that we're reffing. It's an insult to my intelligence, honestly. And then she went on to say, since I've been in the league, you've heard the constant concerns about officiating, and it's not reached levels of inconsistency that plague our sport and undermine the integrity in which it operates. Whether the league cares about the players is one thing, but to also not care about the product we put on the floor is truly self-sabotage. I think that's been one of the bigger problems with the WNBA is the lack of exposure it's had. And thankfully now it's gotten to heights where there's tons of exposure now. They're starting to get more revenue and get a lot more ratings than they were, let's say, 5 years ago, even 3 years ago. The league's grown so much. We're starting to get expansion teams and stuff like that. Like the Aces and Valkyries weren't even a thing 10 years ago. So the league's come a long way. But I'll get back to that in just a moment. And I lost my place on my document. Hang on. I think I found it. And then she said, I think we have the most power we've ever had. All this money they are talking about is non-existent without the players. We hold all the cards. So yes, I think we have the power to do that. Does anyone want to do that? No. We want to play the sport that we love. We have the best players in the world. We have the best fans in the world. But right now, we have the worst leadership in the world. And she's holding nothing back.
Right.
Going
Stand on business.
Standing on business. That's something that he needs to start doing. He being Anthony, because he never stands on business. You just got to do it.
Watch the shorts, guys.
Watch the shorts. He needs to stand on business. And, I don't blame her one bit for feeling this way. Because if you're one of the best players in the damn league, and if you're being treated like you're some nobody or someone that truly your opinion doesn't matter, that's a big problem, in my opinion. And I think most people feel the same way about it.
Yeah.
And I think the most flagrant thing from this statement that she had prepped during the press conference, she had brought up a conversation she had with Kathy Engelbert regarding Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Paige Beckers, the big global stars of the league. And she was asking, like, oh, why is she making, like, X amount of money? I don't remember the exact amount. She said they're making
too much for what they are worth.
Exactly.
No, too
little for what they are worth.
For their rookie contracts for what they are worth.
I don't even think they're making half a million dollars a year.
Yeah.
And her response. Kathy's response. And, like, I'm going to get so irked reading this back. So I apologize if I crash out.
It's insane.
She said, end quote, Caitlin should be grateful she makes $16 million off the court because without the platform that the WNBA gives her, she wouldn't make anything. Players should be on their knees thanking their lucky stars for the media rights deal that I got them. What? So you're telling me, Catherine, that Caitlin Clark is only famous because of the WNBA? Is that? Are we just going to forget the 4 years she had at the University of Iowa? Are we just going to disregard that when she was one of the greatest women's college basketball players of all time? Are we just going to forget about that? Is that how it works? Like is Zion only popular because he plays for the Pelicans, or was Zion one of the greatest college prospects of all time? Like, to me, Catherine, it just seems that the WNBA is the only reason why you're relevant, right? Yeah. Like the WNBA, the league is supposed to be famous for the league and the players. Mm-hmm. We don't talk about Adam Silver in just because he's the commissioner. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Adam Silver is only famous because he's the NBA commissioner. Mm-hmm. No one gives a rip about anything else he does. Right. Yeah. So at the end of the day, we're going to care about the players, right? We care about the Jokic's and the Giannis's. We care about the Sabrinas and the Brianna Stewarts and the Caitlin Clarks. That's what it comes down to. And to me, this just seems super conceited. It seems super selfish. It seems like you're trying to make them be grateful for something that they should have gotten this deal a while ago, years ago.
Who should have gotten this deal?
The WNBA.
Right.
Yeah. So, and again, it's my biggest problem is that, yes, we can acknowledge the league has grown a lot, right? I mean, it's quite obvious.
Yeah,
They're taking the MLS route of expanding every single year. But the problem is there needs to be a sustainable and ethical way of doing it, and it just doesn't seem like they're doing it that way. And again, Nafisa Collier said this herself, the league believes it succeeds despite the players, not because of them.
She said this?
Yes. So... Kathy Engelbert believes the league succeeds despite the players.
This is what she said.
Well,
what she's insinuating.
Insinuating, yeah, because Nafisa Collier interpreted it that way, and I think that makes a lot of sense, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah. And we saw other players come around and talk about this, like Asia Wilson said last night in a press conference. She said she was disgusted by the comments Kathy made. Sophie Cunningham went on Instagram and just held nothing back. Yeah. And the WNBA. Do you want me to get to the WNBA statement first, or do you want to take the floor first?
No, go to WNBA statement.
Okay, so the WNBA, we're actually going to put this on the screen. They released a statement from Kathy Engelbert. Get a load of this. So, I have the utmost respect for Nafisa Collier and for all the players in the WNBA. Together, we have all worked tirelessly to transform this league. My focus remains on ensuring a bright future for the players and the WNBA, including collaborating on how we continue to elevate the game. I am disheartened by how Nafisa characterized our conversations and league leadership, but even when our perspectives differ, my commitment to the players and to this work will not waver. And then an article from Sports Business Journal came out a few hours later saying Kathy Engelbert is likely to exit as the WNBA's commissioner after the CBA negotiations. She hasn't connected. She's not a relationship builder, one source said, and one spokesperson called her remarks about her future categorically false. So we really don't know, but with this league likely heading towards a lockout in October, not a good sign.
Yeah.
So apologies again for the viewers if I kind of went all over the place. It's just a lot going on.
It's a lot of information.
I'm going to give these guys the floor while I kind of regroup myself because I'm just really confused.
Yeah.
So we'll go to you first, Gio.
Okay.
Just what are your general thoughts on this whole thing and what stood out?
Okay. Immediately what stood out is that the last part you said about Kathy, how she's not a relationship builder. I think that's loud and clear because of the way that she was communicating with, what was her name again, the player?
Nafisa Collier.
Nafisa Collier. It was clear. The tone was off. It seems almost like an aggressive, nasty tone towards her own players. Also, not just a player, like one of your superstars, right?
Yeah.
Not good. Not good. Usually you want to be more professional, more, I don't know, like not catering to the players, but attentive, good word. More attentive and more just, listening to the players rather than speaking with such a nasty tone.
Yeah.
That's kind of my initial thoughts on that. But all that to say, I think maybe maybe she had this nasty tone. I'm trying to play devil's advocate here, so this is not my opinion.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe she had that nasty tone because she felt that Collier was I don't know, was very entitled in saying that she believes that certain players should be getting more money, where she has no idea about the behind the scenes stuff that goes on because she's a player. She's not in the league office.
And
Maybe she's like, that's kind of like an entitlement, like who are you to tell me how to do my job type of thing.
Right.
I understand where Kathy's coming from in her response, but you just can't respond in I don't know, in that way.
But here's the thing. She knows exactly
Okay.
what goes into this. Her husband, Alex Basil, or Bazil, I'm definitely butchering his name, Basil, is the president of Unrivaled, which is the league that a lot of WNBA players play in the offseason. The two of them run the league. She knows exactly what goes into running a league and managing people and building relationships. When you're in such a high standing like that, it's paramount. Vocab word of the day. It's paramount to build relationships with people. Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, I view a commissioner the way I view other leadership roles. Whether you're a boss at a job, a teacher, even if you're like a damn drum major in a marching band. If you lose your people, if you're a global leader, a president, a prime minister, if you lose your base, mm-hmm. you're not fit for this job. And you got to be replaced by someone that can galvanize the people in a good, positive way.
Yeah.
So to me, that's the problem and she even mentioned this herself. It would be different if she didn't know what the job entailed. She knows a lot.
And she mentioned that.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She's a very smart woman.
Yeah. I mean, I could see her honestly becoming commissioner after she retires.
That would be sick.
I think that might happen.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
But Antoine, what are your thoughts on this whole thing?
Well, I am a Nafisa Collier fan. I love what she does. I love her game. She's one of my favorite players to watch, even though I don't watch a lot of WNBA, but I know how great she is on the court. And, watching the whole 4-minute thing, it seems like the statement was prepared probably, if not days, weeks in advance. Maybe she was just waiting for the right time, and it was the right time to do it.
Yeah.
The stuff about Caitlin, Angel, and Paige is insane to me because...
What specifically?
No, all the things that she's talking about to them about
like how they're not getting paid enough.
No, I mean, no, this is from Kathy, not from Nafisa. For Kathy saying that Clark has... No one knew... It's basically saying that no one knew about Caitlin Clark until WNBA, which is completely false.
Right.
Caitlin saved a lot... Probably saved her job going into WNBA because, Kathy... now we're going into a lockout, as Tyler said. Kathy's the main proponent of that also happening because of, the players' union. They work hand in hand, and this adds to it. Kathy might be on her way out sooner than later, and there might be no lockdown. But when that time comes, we'll talk about that, obviously. I mean, it's a lot of eye-opening things. I don't think a commissioner should be talking like this behind the scenes about their
Definitely
players. It's a bad look on themselves. It's a bad look for leadership. It's a bad look for the league. Mm-hmm. And it's essentially saying that, they have control and power over the players, mm-hmm. which, and I think Nafisa mentioned that in the speech as well. And Nafisa said that she wants collaboration and innovation. And Kathy put collaboration in her statement, which is kind of funny because if Nafisa sees no collaboration, then, and a lot of players, so it's clearly a problem with Kathy and the front office and the league office itself. I don't know that much about league officiating WNBA. Tyler mentioned a few things. I mean, I know the physicality in the WNBA is a lot more intense driving to the hoop because, it's not a lot of shot taking in the WNBA. So I think Nafisa's spot on here. I mean, the also other truth is that we weren't there for this conversation with her and Kathy in the offseason like she said it was. Those things could have been said. They could have not been said. But I think for Nafisa being one of the league's top players, I'm sure something around those lines happened. And if it is word for word verbatim, then, of course, that's a big issue in itself from Kathy's side because it's a lack of professionalism as the league leader and league voice for the WNBA. I mean, if you're saying stuff behind the back of Caitlin and other players like that, I mean, saying that the losers complain at the refs, there's so many moments we could bring up of teams winning, and they're
Someone's not on D&D. Oh, I gotta bleep it out
what
now.
the hell is that?
Stop cursing. But
There's a lot of people that win games in the NBA and WNBA that complain about the refs regardless.
yeah.
We see it every night during the regular season. It's not just the losers. So I guess
It usually is the losers.
Kathy is not obviously, but Kathy's not clearly not watching her own game that she's producing. So has no care about it to change the game and make it better for them.
Well, keep in mind too, the Lynx were in the finals last year and got hosed in the final game.
Hosed meaning
by the refs. Like there were non-calls that. Like, yes, the Liberty won. Yes, I'm happy as a Liberty fan, but like, the calls easily could have gone. If they were correctly called, they should have won. So that's where it's tough. So, and what's even more eye-opening is that she even mentioned this herself. She tried to keep this and handle this privately, but nothing was working.
Yeah.
And here you are now, eliminated from the playoffs as the 1 seed with a damn boot on your leg. Just feeling like you're not cared about. Yeah. That's the boiling point, and we've reached that. With a lockout looming, with the new CBA that needs to be agreed upon now. Yeah. Now is the perfect time for this to all come to fruition and fix this problem, because growing a league is so tough, where you can't have problems. You're gonna have the growing pains, but like you can't be having this divide between the league and the players. They need to coexist as one, need to work together, because without one, the other can't do its job. And if you lose your player base, then I don't know what to tell you. That just seems like a you problem, to be honest.
I mean, the thing with Kathy, if she can get the CBA negotiations done, maybe it saves her job. But right now, with all this added stuff coming out, who knows if other players follow the lead of Nafisa and do more of this, then she might have to step down. We have to get a new commissioner in.
It seems like most players are in agreement with her.
Yeah,
I would say.
They've been
Also, question, isn't it Adam Silver that pretty much selects the commissioner of the WNBA? Whose decision? I'm pretty sure that's his decision.
I don't think so.
Can we fact check that? I'm pretty sure.
No.
I highly doubt that.
The team owners have a say.
You know what? He's right.
The team owners voted.
It's Adam Silver picks the WA commissioner.
So
really?
This is definitely going to get to Adam Silver.
Oh, he's not going to be him that makes the decision. He's not doing a good job either. So honestly, the apple does not fall far from the tree.
Right.
So
but this is more of like a scandalous situation, I would say.
I wouldn't necessarily say it's a scandal, but I would say it's a situation where it's a very hot topic, controversial issue, where there's a divide, and it just doesn't seem the front office cares. They're taking advantage of these players for their own monetary gain.
So you're saying they're not paying the players enough money, they're taking the money for themselves, pretty much.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily saying that because I don't want to get sued, but they're not giving the players the full deserving benefits, let's say, whatever those benefits may be, whether that's money or brand deals or whatever. But I just feel like Kathy Engelbert is probably benefiting more off the WNBA than anyone else.
Yeah, the league's probably at its most exposure it's been in a while. With Caitlin, Paige, Angel, more players coming in, Juju Watkins potentially in a year or two. More teams are coming in. It's a lot more money coming in, the media rights deal. Back when we grew up with Diana Taurasi and Sue Bird, Candace Parker, social media also wasn't really that prevalent, but it really wasn't the league wasn't bringing in much. And, those players just retired recently. So now the new wave of players comes in. We see it with the NBA all the time. And, the new wave of players are a lot more popular with the younger generation. And the younger generation is a big part of why the revenue goes up and up for those leagues.
Yeah.
So, again, like Tyler mentioned, Kathy could be profiting a lot more now because of how the league has grown. And they probably don't care about what's going to happen on the floor, which is not the right thing to do, not the case. You want to keep your job. You got to make sure that everything's in line. This is why you're the commissioner. So, I don't know. It's a boiling point with this. That reached a boiling point for it now. We have to see what happens. Again,
I think she's done.
There could be a chain reaction to this. We don't know.
Yeah, I think she's going to step down.
I think she's done.
I think she's definitely going to step down at the end of the year.
Yeah.
It just seems like the best case scenario for all parties involved.
I think not willingly though. I think behind the scenes they're gonna be like,
We'll have to see.
whether it be Silver or whoever else, they're gonna be like, yeah, you're done.
I think
step down.
Yeah, I mean, she'll probably talk with her team and they'll probably discuss next steps and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I don't want to make any too rash speculations.
I'm
but,
making that speculation.
But we still got a season. We still got one more series left to play.
Yeah.
So let's just predict it right now. Who you got in how many games between the Las Vegas Aces and the Phoenix Mercury? What do we got? Remember, this is a best of 5 series.
Right.
I mean,
It's going 5.
I know both teams are very good. I know Phoenix has Satu Sabally, Kalia Edwards.
Yabusele?
No.
No.
Satu Sabally. She was on the Dallas Swings. She signed with the Phoenix. She's a really good player.
Okay.
But the Aces have Kelsey Plum and Asia Wilson.
Plum, no?
Kelsey
Bloom is how you pronounce it.
Asia Wilson.
A series hasn't gone outside of last year. A series hasn't gone the distance since 2019.
Wow.
I would probably say Aces in 4.
What do you got?
I'm gonna go Mercury in 5.
I'm gonna go Mercury in 4.
Okay.
I think. Look, the Suns flopped. I think the Mercury are not gonna do that.
They're not.
So I think they're gonna succeed here.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's hard to win multiple championships like that. This would be the Aces' 3rd in 4 years, I think, if they were to win.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, I think this would be their 3rd in 4 years. So we'll just have to see.
Yeah.
Do you think we'll ever see? Because we've seen a player coach before.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think we'll ever see a player commissioner?
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, eventually.
Do you think Kalia can do that?
I think she can.
Like
She won't do
play
that
and
yet.
commission?
Oh, no, not at the same time.
No, you
I
can't
think you were
at the
talking
same
about a
time.
player become a commissioner.
No.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
a player
no.
coach like Bill Russell was a player
No,
coach.
we'll never see
No,
that.
nothing like
Okay.
that.
There's too much
going on.
conflict of interest.
Yeah.
Because she could influence
Yeah.
things in the game.
True.
So,
True.
but I definitely think we'll potentially see one of these coaches coaching the NBA, like Becky Hammon.
Yeah.
I think could be
Yeah.
an easy candidate in a couple of years
For sure.
when she's done in Las Vegas. So let us know your thoughts down in the comments. I'm curious to see what the WNBA fans think about this. We don't really get to talk about the league too often. So let us know. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in the show's history, we're going to be doing a segment that will turn into a TikTok. It's taken us far too long, but when we record these, sometimes we have a lot of brain fog and a lot of speech impediments, so we can't get everything out fully. We're going to give it a go today because the timing of this was very poor. So obviously ESPN every year before the season begins does their top 100 ranking. They rank all 100 of the top NBA players based on how they think they'll do this season. And it's always controversial. There's always crazy placements.
Yeah.
Guys are ranked too high. Guys are ranked too low. Guys are not even ranked when they should be. Guys that are ranked shouldn't be. You get the gist. And basically, rather than doing what we usually do, like we did this with the BR Top 100, and we were just kind of all over the place. So what we're going to do now, I have like 15 or 16 different players, and I'm going to have these guys over here try and guess where they think ESPN placed them. And some of these will turn into a short/TikTok you'll see on our social media Friday. So just stay tuned. And yeah, we'll obviously reveal that. And at the end, I'll just reveal the top 10 because why not? It's the top 10. The people should know who the best players in the NBA are.
Yeah.
So guys, do you have any questions, comments, concerns before we sort of dive right in?
Let's dive, bro.
All right.
I'm ready.
This is going to feel awkward because I'm going to have to intro the short as part of the pod. Isn't
Right.
that interesting?
Look, long time coming, bro. Let's
So
go.
are we ready?
Yeah.
All right. I want y'all to guess where you think ESPN placed these top 100 NBA players.
Got it.
Perfect.
All right. So remember, just because we're not recording shorts, we cannot have dead space
Right.
because I'm not doing extra. It takes me 7 hours alone to edit the pods.
So no
Yeah.
fooling around.
So no
Heard that,
fooling
Anthony?
around,
Okay,
no
Gio.
horsing around.
No fooling around.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right. First player, Tyler Hero.
Oh,
He's
okay.
got to be top 30.
I would say.
He's got to be top 30.
I would say 31.
Nah. I'm gonna go with like 25.
So you think he's top 30?
I think he's top 30.
Wow. This is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Because ESPN placed him at 68th.
Wow. Okay, so now I see where we're headed right now.
I mean,
That's crazy.
It's ESPN. Are we surprised?
I mean, not
Wait,
really.
hold on. Okay.
What?
Ugh.
I don't think there's 68 players better than Tyler Hero.
This man was an all-star last year.
Right. So
They put Cam Johnson at 67, and
that's insane.
and they put Denny Avdia at 66.
It's insane.
Oh wow.
I mean, they're good players, but I think Tyler Hero is better. He's more proven as well.
This dude's an actual he's a current
Right.
all-star.
Right.
And you're putting role players. They're good small forwards, don't
Yeah.
get me wrong.
Yeah.
But like Tyler Hero is miles better than them.
Right.
Like what are we
Yeah.
doing here?
Right. So this is purely projection for the next season, or is
assuming-
it based off of last season
It's
as well?
definitely projection, but even if he has an average season, he's not the 68th best player.
Yeah,
in the
no way.
world.
Exactly.
That's crazy
Yeah,
talk.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
So ESPN's already starting off hating.
L.
Ready to get into the next player?
Let's go.
All right. Ja Morant.
Oh, I think they're high on
I
Ja.
think they're high on Ja. I'm gonna go with top 20. I want to say like 16.
I'm gonna
No,
go,
that's too high. I'm gonna
This
go
is
with.
ESPN,
Let's go 20.
yeah.
Let's just go 20.
I'm gonna go 40.
All right. So it is in between y'all's answers. They put him at 33rd.
Ooh, we.
Yeah. That's
Ja
I
Morant,
think
feel
pretty.
like that's low.
That's pretty okay.
I mean, they put Jaren Jackson at 31
Wow, I think Ja's better.
and Franz Wagner at 32.
I think Ja's better.
Yeah, I think Ja's the best player on his team, but I understand in the sense that Jaren Jackson had a really good year last season.
Doesn't matter.
And Ja's injury history.
But even
Yeah,
though
but-
if they're projecting, Ja Morant should be better.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, he's the engine of that team for sure.
Oh,
They
without
go
a
as
doubt.
far as he takes them. So
Yeah.
I don't see why he's not ranked higher, but it's okay.
Exactly, yeah.
It's not okay, but it's okay.
It's better than the Tyler Hero replacement, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, that is.
So, ready to get into the next player. Cooper Flag.
Oh my
He's
god.
in the top 100.
He might not be, you never know.
What
I
you
would
say?
probably go 87.
I feel like they're super high on Cooper for no reason.
I mean, they usually are with the first overall picks, so
Where did they put Wemby? Can you tell us that?
this year or
Last year.
Oh, I don't remember.
Gio, come on, bro.
I think they
Because
put
if we can grasp where they put Wemby, we can kind of assume where they're going to put Cooper.
I'm gonna go.
I'm not giving you any help.
I'm going 87.
I'm assuming they put Wemby in like top 50
Okay.
last year, so I'm going to say the same for Cooper.
50?
I
All
want to say top 50.
right, so give me an actual ranking.
Let's go 50.
You were very close. They put him at 52nd.
Nah, this is crazy, bro. This is crazy.
I don't hate this at all.
I hate this.
Dude, I think he's going to be obscenely incredible. He's going to be so damn good.
Yeah, but
I think he will end the season around top 50 for sure.
it's completely unproven, but
But
that's
all-
why I don't like it.
all
But I'm
rookies
also
are.
not surprised that ESPN did this.
Exactly.
So that's fine, I guess.
He's a fantastic player, and he's on a good team.
Yeah.
Like Wemby was put on a crappy team. Like we know they're going to be good, but that team was awful.
Yeah.
This team has potential to make a deep playoff run. Some people even have the Mavs making the finals.
That's insane.
It's crazy, but
I think Klay Thompson, by the way, off topic, Klay
Yeah.
Thompson's going to have a really good season
hopefully he's got his spirits are high.
with Meg Thee Stallion.
Exactly.
Anyways, it's
but
fine.
essentially, they put Cooper Flag above Alex Caruso at 53rd and Paul George at 54.
Paul George is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Hold on.
Paul George is like an 8-time, 9-time All-Star. Let's put some respect on his name.
All right, sorry about that. We had some technical difficulties with the fan, but we're back. Ready to get into the next player.
Let's
Yep.
go.
Joel Embiid. Where are they putting Joel Embiid?
There's no way he's in it.
You don't think he's in the top 100? You're insane. Wait, are you actually serious?
No, I think he's in it, but like,
Where? You think he's like 90 or 80? That's highly disrespectful.
no. I would go 26.
He's top 15.
Top
I'm
15.
gonna say like 13.
13. 47th.
I was gonna say he's probably.
This
like
is
50.
ridiculous, bro.
Yep, they
sorry.
put him below Jamal Murray at 46 and Jaron Allen at 45.
Oh,
Jared Allen? Oh my gosh, bro.
I mean,
Jared Allen's a better center than Joel Embiid. What world are we living in right now? I don't care. 50% of what Joel Embiid is better than Jared Allen,
oh, I agree.
in my estimation.
I agree with you. And I love Jared Allen.
yeah.
But I guess they're taking availability into account here, and the Sixers
Exactly.
still aren't even that good to begin with. So
Yeah.
it's tough.
Sixers are making the playoffs.
Okay, yeah. Let's not go back to that trauma of 2 weeks ago. Let's
Where'd I
just
put
not
him,
do
like
that. Put
seventh?
them sixth.
6?
Craziness, nuts. But it is what it is. Ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Karl Anthony Towns.
Oh, number one.
Where are they putting Cat?
Cat's definitely top 25. I would go 22.
I'm gonna go 20.
Go 22 and 20. You were kind of close. They put him at 27th.
Okay. Who's above him?
So a lot lower than when we had them placed. We had them top 20 for sure.
Yeah.
They have Derek White at 26, and they have Alperen Şengün at 25.
Okay.
That's wild. I don't think that's okay.
That's all right.
Derek White should not be ranked above Cat.
I'm fine with Şengün being above Cat because I think he's going to have a really good season with Kevin Durant. But Derek White's a good player. Don't get me wrong, but Cat's going to have a good season.
Cat's like a 1 or a 2 option. Derek White, I mean,
Cat's a 2 option. He's safely a 2 option at this point in his career.
he's been a 1 option for most of his career, and he averaged 30 last season.
Yeah, but they were never that good. They were
the Knicks?
No, I'm talking about the Wolves.
Oh.
When Cat was a 1 option, they weren't good. Then Ant came in, and then they became good.
You're a bottom tier playoff team.
Yeah, but at the end
You
of the
can't
day,
do much by yourself. Right?
yeah, but Ant makes them a contender, and they are a contender without Cat. So,
Yeah.
what does that really say?
I mean, it tells me that they're a contender. He's a contender on the Knicks. You know what I mean? So,
I mean, it's the East, but
yeah,
I
Fair enough.
understand it.
fair enough.
But it's not too bad. I don't hate this one as much as Tyler Hero.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But I'm definitely putting the Tyler Hero one in. That's just flagrant.
it's insane.
Ready for the next one? Speaking of Minnesota Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards.
He's gotta be
One.
top 10. He's got to be top 10. I want to say.
I will go 5.
I'm going to go 6.
Going 5 and you're going 6. Gio, ball.
Let's go.
Oh my God.
Let's go. Yeah.
Wemby's number 6.
Wemby's numbers?
Ooh,
Sorry.
Wemby's in that one.
Anthony Edwards is number 6.
And who's 5 and 4?
Number 5? Well, number 4 is Giannis. And number 5 is Wemby.
I told you
Wow.
Wemby's higher than AE.
Wemby's higher than Anthony Edwards. That's crazy to me.
So that means
4 is Giannis?
That means 3 is Luka Doncic, and 2 is
SGA.
no Jokic. 1 is SGA.
No, 2 has got to be Jokic. I mean, 1 has got to be Jokic.
No, it's ESPN.
You'll have to find out.
All right, we'll see.
So Anthony Edwards out of the top 5. I know when I put him out of the top 5, you guys were pissed.
Yeah, he's top
So,
5.
I don't think he's top 5.
He is.
But
I think he is, yeah.
all right, it is what it is. Ready for the next one?
How many more do we have?
We have like 6, 7 more.
Oh wow.
Exactly. Ready?
You did that on purpose?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jordan Poole.
Ooh.
JP, he's out of there. Actually, no.
84.
No, he's got to be like 92.
84.
92, 84.
Yeah.
Jordan Poole is not ranked.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
fair.
originally said not ranked, but then I was like, I think he's going to have a good season personally, so
Yeah.
I put him in there.
I mean, he had a good year last year.
It was,
He didn't hit that game winner in Denver for nothing.
yeah. He had an okay year.
He had an okay year.
He did better, I think, in New Orleans.
Oh, for sure. If he stays healthy.
Yeah.
So, ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Kevin Durant.
Oh, this
He-
is number
He's top-
9.
He's top 30. No, he's top
Top
20.
30.
He's top 20.
He's number 9.
I think Katie fell off, and I think in the ESPN rankings he fell off too. I'm going to say he's like 15.
15. Well, he is in the top 10, and he is number 9.
Yo, Gio, bro.
Can't lie, that was pretty good.
Pretty saucy.
Wow.
So, all the geriatrics made the top 10.
Who's behind him at like 10 and 11?
10's Jalen Brunson.
Lit.
And then 8 is LeBron James. 7 is Steph Curry.
Wow.
When are we going to get off this LeBron James
LeBron is
boat,
6.
bro?
LeBron is 7.
LeBron's 8.
LeBron's 8. 7 is Steph Curry.
How is Braun better than KD right now? There's no
Didn't I put it on
way.
my list too?
I don't remember.
I think I put Braun better than KD.
Gosh,
Uh,
bro.
It's insane, bro.
Disgusted. Braun probably owns ESPN at this point.
Duh. Like, come on. It's common knowledge at this point.
Gosh.
Ready for the next one?
Yeah.
Zion Williamson.
Oh, God.
Where did they rank Zion?
I would say 40.
What?
40. 30.
I need you to be more concise because you're taking a lot. It's hard to edit when you're
Say
talking
something. Say a
slow
number.
motion.
35.
No way. Zion is top 25. I'll say 23.
So you said 23. You said
35.
35. Not even close. He's 61st.
I knew he was going to be so low, Jay. You were saying no top 30, no top 40, 50, 60.
This is crazy.
I mean, based on
Zion at 61, dude?
based on the Embiid placement, you knew they were going to take availability into account.
You're right.
I still disagree, but
Yeah.
This is disgusting.
Who's
I'm sorry.
who's at 60 and 62?
60th is Austin Reeves.
This is insane.
And
So
speaking,
Reeves is better than Zion. Okay.
and,
Anyways,
and it gets worse when you find out that LaMelo Ball is 64th.
I want to go.
Gio
Can I
loves
go?
LaMelo Ball.
Can I leave now? Are we done?
No.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this is it's typical ESPN.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to really say about it. It's just lock in. That's really all I could say to ESPN because the rankings are just always just so bad.
Yeah.
It's like
It's not going to age well.
No, not at all. We have 4 or 5 left. Ready for the next one. Jalen Green.
Not ranked.
I think he's definitely ranked. I'm going to say like 77. 77.
77.
Not ranked.
Jalen Green is not ranked.
Yo, Gio, bro. I'm up 2-1 on this.
That's wild, bro. They're
Yeah.
haters.
He's not ranked.
He's not really going
If
to.
Poole was
Who
not
is at
there-
100? Tell me right now.
100 is RJ Barrett,
Jalen Green is better than RJ Barrett.
No, he's
and
not.
99th is Stephon Castle.
Wow.
He's better than them.
No.
I
Jalen
think
Green
so.
and Poole are like the same player. I'm surprised. I'm not surprised.
They're really not.
They kind of
They
are.
kind of are. They're the same.
One just has a ring, the other one doesn't.
Who's 95?
Oh, I don't know. I don't have that up. I
Who's
just
90?
wrote down the players that were close.
97.
I don't know.
98.
So don't worry about it.
Don't worry.
They're
Jalen
like
Green's fine.
Jalen Green's likely better than them. So you ready to get into the next one?
Yeah.
Luka Doncic.
3.
I guess. I mean, I think that's off. I think he should be 7, personally.
Okay.
Not a big fan of Luka, but
Starting to think Antoine's looking this up because he is number 3.
You literally gave us everything but the top 3.
I mean, he could have been placed at 7. They could have placed someone else.
he should have been
Five.
posted 7.
But
Who's at 7?
who's at 7? I already told you. It's Steph
He
Curry.
said Steph
He did
Curry.
say that.
Yeah, and obviously,
AE at 6.
and obviously Giannis and Wemby are 4
Who's
and
at
5.
5th? Oh,
Wemby.
Yeah.
So not so bad. Ready to get into the? We have a few more actually. I forgot it. Went on to the next page. Let's just fire through the rest of these.
Yeah.
Darius Garland.
Ooh. 71.
If they're taking availability into account, I would agree. But if not, I would say 55.
Wow, you guys are not showing Darius Garland love. He's 38th,
Okay.
Ooh.
and I think that's quite low.
I like Garland a lot.
I know.
I like him a lot.
I think he should
Okay.
at least be top 30.
He reminds me of Kyrie Irving a little bit.
Very fond
Better
enough that he
vision.
plays for the Cavs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I definitely think he should be top 20 at least, or top 25 at least. But
I'm not mad at that.
I don't hate it.
I think 38 is a good ranking.
They put Amen Thompson at 37 and Zubats at 36.
Wow. Wow.
I will put him above Zubats.
I don't know. He had a great year,
He did,
Too much.
but I think Garland's better.
but I do think Amen's better than him.
I agree.
Yeah.
So not too bad. Ready for the next one?
Let's go.
This is going to be the most interesting one here. Jakob Pertl.
Ooh.
Ooh. 69.
Nice.
I'm going to go with 11.
Say it
Just
again.
kidding.
Who are you saying?
I said 11.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with let's go with 42.
That's insane, Gio.
42. And you said what?
69.
69. You both were not even close. He's 93rd.
Wow.
Yeah, they
Okay.
put Mitchell Robinson at 92.
That's
That is
crazy.
insane.
And they put Drew Holiday at 91.
Insane.
I will take Pirtle over Mitch 10
Any day.
times out of 10.
Yeah.
I don't
any
know.
day of the week.
I don't know who wouldn't. Like,
I will put Pirtle around Zubats.
you think he belongs
think he's
top
that
40?
No, he's not an all-star.
Neither Zubats.
Oh, he wasn't?
No.
Okay. No.
I would
think
put him
top-
in that Zubats category. Probably lower than him.
I think he's
but
top
around.
50. I wouldn't say top 35.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
But not so bad. Also, feel free if you want to just include other dialogue before you say your ranking, you can, just so I can at least have something for the short,
Yeah.
rather than just saying the number right off rip.
Yeah.
Right.
We have our final 4 players.
Oh.
3 players, sorry.
3 players.
Are we ready?
Yep.
Andrew Nemhard.
Oh, I love Andrew Nimrod.
Not ranked.
Are you kidding me? right
Not
now?
ranked.
He's definitely gonna be ranked.
Not ranked.
And this is my
Negative
favorite,
rank.
One of my favorite players to watch.
Disgusting.
You
disgusting.
can choose first. Where do you want?
Disgusting. Not ranked.
You don't think he's ranked?
You actually genuinely
He's
don't.
ranked.
Okay, where
Okay,
you
I was
gonna
going
put
to
him?
say.
I'll go 56.
It's pretty decent. I'm gonna say 49.
Gio, this broke my heart just as much as it's going to break yours. He's 81st.
Thank you.
I thought you were gonna say
Thank
not ranked.
you.
They put Aaron Neesmith at 65.
Wow, I think Nemhard's better.
He's not better than
I think
Oh,
he's
I
better
think
than
Nemhard.
Smith.
They're
Nemhard's better than Neesmith.
they're
Okay,
both
good.
Nemhard's better. They're both great. They're both great defensively, but Nemhard's way better offensively
Yeah.
than Neesmith.
Yeah.
The only thing Neesmith is better at is 3-point shooting.
And not by much, because they're both decent shooters.
I think Neesmith is definitely better.
He's a better scorer in
Yeah.
a little bit. Yeah.
But Nemhard's
Nemhard's more of a natural scorer person.
No, I'm talking about from 3-point range.
Yeah.
Nemhard's better at everything except 3-point shooting.
Okay.
That's just my opinion. But they put DeMar DeRozan at 80, and they put,
Crazy work.
and they put Onyeka Okongwu at 79.
What?
Wait, who is that?
A Kongwu,
Hawks backup center.
I know.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's even worse when you realize that Norman Powell's ranked below all of them at 82.
Yeah, that's great.
That's insane.
Craziness. So, how we doing on time?
We got 19 minutes.
19
Perfect.
minutes.
This is exactly where we're headed. Ready for the penultimate player.
Yeah.
That's it.
Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy B's not
Oh.
ranked. Not by.
He is going to be around the 39.
I want to put him at 60.
Wow. Put him at 60.
Not a big Jimmy guy.
Even though he had a great year with the Warriors last season.
It wasn't that great,
I mean, they lost like
He
2
helped
games.
them.
Yeah.
but it wasn't that great.
I guess fair enough.
39.
And you said 39. Guys, he's 18th.
Dude, yo, ESPN doesn't know what the hell they're doing.
Dude, they just care about the Lakers and the Warriors and the Knicks, and they're fine.
ESPN is so dumb. Sorry, but they are.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
But like, I don't think Jimmy's 60th. I definitely think he's like top 40.
He's top 40, top 30.
Oh, for sure. He's definitely not top 20.
No.
Can you? Are you able to tell me who's like
Who's
ranked
17,
around
19?
60?
Well, I already told you that Austin Reeves was 60th and Zion 61st.
What if I told you I'll take Zion over Jimmy Butler?
I think anybody would.
I don't think anyone would.
What if I told you I'll take Austin Reeves over Jimmy Butler?
Let me tell you who he's above.
Okay.
They put Jaylen Brown at 19. Finals
Wow.
MVP by the way.
Disgusting work.
Kawhi at 20
Nasty.
and Bam Adebayo at 21st.
Yeah. They're all around the same realm.
No,
of
they're
player.
not. All three of those guys are better than Jimmy Butler
I firmly agree.
Okay, that's fine.
by like significantly.
Okay.
Significantly.
Except maybe Bam, because Jimmy
No,
was the
Bam.
best. Jimmy was the best player when he played
Yeah,
with Bam.
4 years ago.
Yeah.
I would say 2 years ago when they made the finals as an 8 seed.
Still.
Yeah.
But, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Are we ready to get into the final one?
Let's go.
I want this one to go as a short, so I need some good dialogue here.
That's it.
J-Dub.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. I think they're really high.
I mean, if we're ranking this based off hair, he's number one. But,
I will say J-Dub is 11 or 12.
J-Dub.
That is very high.
I think they're going to be high on him.
Okay.
I will.
He is a Finals MVP.
I
right?
will go
No.
14.
Oh, SGA.
Yeah.
I will go 14.
14?
14.
Gio, what we saying?
I'm gonna say like 12, just outside of the top 10.
So you're just going outside the top 10. You're going 12. You're going 14. The verdict is 11.
Ooh, I was gonna say 11.
I literally
No, you weren't,
said
bro.
11 or 12.
No, you didn't.
He did.
I said that.
He did.
I said 11 or 12.
He did
No.
say 11 or 12.
I should
Oh,
have
you
stuck
did?
with 11.
I think you
Yeah.
said 14.
He changed it up.
I
'cause he
said
doesn't-
11 or 12. the first-
He changed it up because he doesn't stand on business.
I never stand on business.
Can you
yeah.
start standing on business? Right? Don't smack my leg, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that.
So J-Dub at 11. They put Cade Cunningham at 12. Mobley at 13. Donovan Mitchell's 15th.
Who's 14th?
I don't remember.
It's okay.
No one good. I think it might have been Booker or someone, but
Okay.
Cade Cunningham.
Cade at 12.
Cade at 12.
I'm happy with that placement a lot.
That's fine. I have no issue with that.
I guess.
I think after this season, especially if the Pistons go deep in the playoffs, Cade
Yeah.
could easily be a fringe top 10 player. I'm gonna say,
Okay.
yeah. So yeah, not so bad. And let me tell you all the top 10.
We already know it. I remember it.
So
Can you say it right now?
Yeah, say it right now.
So 10,
You don't know it.
9 is KD, 8 is LeBron,
Yep.
7 is Steph,
Yep.
6 is AE,
Yep.
5 is Wemby,
Yep.
4 is Giannis, 3
Yep.
is Luka, 2 is Jokic, 1 is SGA.
2 is SGA. 1 is Jokic. And again, number 10. This guy just keeps proving every single day that he is the fakest Knicks fan on the planet.
Oh,
It's Jalen Brunson.
I forgot number 10.
You were gonna cancel you,
Bro, I am so whacked.
You
All
really
of us
are.
in New York.
So Jokic is number 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember when
Fair.
Jokic won the championship in 2023, they still had Giannis as number 1 going into next season.
Yeah.
So just because you win the championship doesn't automatically mean you're number 1. Tatum and Brown were nowhere to be found in the top 3 after last year. So that's kind of where it is. They also did not rank Tatum and Halliburton or
Right,
Lillard.
injured.
Yeah, so the 3 of them aren't on the list. I guess that's fair. But, I I feel like they should have been placed anyways, and they probably both would have been.
Nah, because they're not going to play.
Yeah, but like.
So make some room for some of these other guys,
But they're ranking these players based on how they'll be at the end of the season, and based on at the end of the season, they'll be healthy going into next season. But I guess they'll just be in next season's rankings.
Right.
It won't be,
Yeah.
Look, they'll be like unranked to 4th. Like,
Right,
wow.
right.
That's crazy. But yeah, that concludes the ESPN Top 100 rankings. Let us know down in the comments, where is your favorite player ranked, and what is the biggest surprise to you? And boys, is there any other questions, comments, concerns before we head into shower thoughts?
Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to everybody's favorite segment, NBA Shower Thoughts. So for those of you that don't know what NBA Shower Thoughts is, it's a segment that one of us brings up a question every week. We alternate, and it's critical thinking, open-ended, something that really gets your brain going. Like when you're in the shower, you just think of random stuff, like why is the word abbreviation so long, or what is the meaning of life? And
when I'm in the shower, I shampoo and condition.
And you think about life, no?
exactly,
Sure.
your greatest thoughts come in the shower.
Sure.
I thought we're
That's really
supposed
how
to be
it is.
cleaning ourselves in the shower.
It's well, you do
Isn't that
both.
what we're doing?
You're cleaning.
I hope you're doing that.
You're cleaning your body while you're cleaning the mind.
Ooh.
There you go.
I don't think Gio cleans any mind of his.
That's a crazy accusation.
Yeah, usually I do that when I'm taking a, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's also where great thinking comes to mind. Also,
Especially in Anthony's bathroom.
exactly.
On the floor.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, so last week, Gio brought up probably the greatest question in shower thoughts history. Kind of like
It wasn't that good.
Kind of like
Yo,
that's
Tyler,
crazy.
gas me up, bro.
Kind of like
It wasn't that good.
What was it?
It was okay.
it was comparing eras and iso ball and stuff like that.
He took it from an Instagram post.
I really didn't.
saw him.
I really didn't.
No, he saw it from an Instagram post.
Did you
took
see from Instagram
inspiration.
post? I saw something Instagram related.
No. So
No.
there were, all right, I'm not even going to get into it, but there
Oh
was,
my
I took
God.
the pictures and the rankings of the ISO scores from Instagram, but the question was
Yeah.
completely not from that.
The question was as natural and authentic
Yeah.
as can be.
Yeah. That's why it
So-
took so long preparing it, bro.
Exactly.
I took it from an IG post. It would have took like 1 minute.
It took him like 25 minutes to prep
Literally.
it, so it took a while. Today, I feel like I've got a very good one. It's very simple, but it's something that I think can jog your brain a little bit. So are we ready?
Let's go.
All right. Also, if you do want to go check out Gio's question, link down below to episode 76. Go watch it. It was a really good episode. I was really happy with how it came out. This week, let's take a look at the NBA positions. The 5 positions in the NBA. Gio, let me ask you, what are the 5 positions in basketball?
Point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, center.
Exactly. That's correct. You forgot left towel boy, but we'll let that slide.
Oh, Anthony?
Yes.
Okay.
So we have the 5.
Listen, I give out the best towels in the world. So I don't
Yes,
know
you
what
do.
you're complaining about.
Yeah. So there's 5 positions in basketball. Each position is so unique in its own way, and each position functions differently. They do something that the other position can't do. They fill the holes where need be. That's why basketball is a team sport, and that's where teams come to life, where working, moving pieces come together, and it creates one beautiful thing that is basketball. And we want good basketball in the NBA. And we're in an era now where we're kind of getting away from positions, and we're entering an era of positionless basketball. We have the idea of wings and double bigs and point forwards and point centers and random stuff like that. The Nets were playing Bruce Brown at the damn 5 in 2021. So really anything can be anything at this point in life. But you know what? Let's put some light back on the positions. We're going to bring up a question that essentially focuses on every single one. And here's the question. What is the hardest position in basketball? And how would you rank, or what's the hardest, what is the easiest position? And what would you rank what would you rank from easiest to hardest?
Wow.
Or should we do hardest to easiest?
I would say easiest to hardest.
So yeah, what would be the 5 positions ranked easiest to hardest for all 5 of those positions?
Wow.
And tell me why.
Okay.
So whoever wants to start, the floor is yours.
I could start.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
for it.
Who's first, Gio? I think we can be in unison on
Well, I want you to go through the hardest and then the easiest first,
That
and then
first?
rank. Yeah,
Got it. The hardest position, or the easiest, which one first?
hardest first.
Hardest first. I want to say point guard.
Interesting.
But at the same time, if you look at the NBA, you see that the majority of the best players either play point guard or have some sort of guard play in their background. So it's an interesting one because a
Yeah.
lot of the best players in the league are point guards,
Right.
right? So that would make you think maybe it's not the hardest.
But then there's a massive drop off for backup point guards.
Very true.
Yeah.
Also, point guards, it's a big combination of athleticism, of IQ, running plays. You have to play defense as well. All of a sudden now, to be a point guard in the NBA, the average height is increased to probably around 6'6".
No, I wouldn't say that.
I would say that.
I would say it's probably around like 6'4".
Okay, maybe 6'4", where it used to be shorter than that. If you go look in the 90s, it was probably like 6'1".
Even if you look 10 years ago, guys like Mike Conley and Chris Paul are only 6 foot.
Exactly.
And they were still able to produce at an elite rate.
Exactly.
Now it's a lot tougher. That's why guys like Jalen Brunson at 6'2" or 6'3" are struggling in big playoff series against, 6'7" players that are guarding him.
Right.
Like, it's tough when you're being guarded by Aaron Nesmith.
Right, and I was going to say, Russell Westbrook, when he first came into the league, he was known as a big guard.
Yeah.
Bro is 6'3", maybe 6'4".
He's listed at 6'4".
He is. Okay. But, I mean, he's not a big guard in this league anymore.
No.
Right? In this league, we got Luka Doncic, Kate Cunningham. Those guys are 6'7" plus.
Ben Simmons.
Exactly.
6'10".
Yeah.
Exactly.
Insane.
So, I would say point guard, and for the easiest, I would say center.
Why is center the easiest?
I would say
I
because
think it's up there too.
all you have to do is be tall, so it's just natural in your genetics. If you're tall, if you're 7 foot, your likelihood of going to the NBA and playing center is way higher than if you were, you know what I'm saying? If you were 6'2".
I guess.
No, because think about it. If you look at statistics, pure statistics,
Yeah.
the percentage of people that are 7'1", there's a much higher percentage of those people that play in the NBA than the percentage of people that are 6'2", right?
Well,
you see what I'm saying?
It's such a skewed ranking because there's not many people that are 7'1". There's a lot of people in this world that are 6'2".
I'm talking about the ratios.
Right, but what I'm saying is that even though the ratio's there, it's just because there's not a big sample size of guys 7'1".
I agree. My whole point is all you have to do is be tall. To my point,
Right.
If you're tall, you're going to be at least in the NBA, or there's a higher chance for you to be in the NBA. What I'm trying to say is you don't need as much skill. You just need to be tall and you need to be athletic. That's all you need as a center.
It's tough, though, because we always talk about the two most important positions for a championship team is a good point guard and a center that can hold their own.
Yeah.
And a lot of times, a lot of successful teams, a lot of super teams don't have that center, which means in theory, then anyone can step in and do it, but that's not the case all the time. Mm-hmm. So how is center then the easiest position?
Well, I think.
Okay, maybe I would say
I think shooting guard
is the easiest.
All you got to do is just shoot.
You know, that's a good point.
You're not looking for really, I guess, numbers for passing and rebounding. To be honest.
That's
Maybe
where it's
small forward
that
too.
makes me think about, like, if you look at the greats, let's go like top 20 of all time. There's a huge number of them that are centers.
Yeah.
Right? And so that would make you believe maybe it's easy to be great. Mm-hmm. Obviously, it's not easy to be great.
Right.
But it's easier to be great if you are a big man rather than if you are a small man.
But
you get what I'm saying?
The counterpoint to that is
it.
that maybe because there's so many at the top of the mountain, that maybe like it is just that hard, and you really got to put the work in to be great. Yeah. Whereas if you look like shooting guard, it's not really a position that has many all-time greats. It's really MJ, Kobe, and then it's just a huge dip. Whereas maybe then it's, maybe that could be the case then. I don't know. It's always tough. But are you sticking with your answer of center being the easiest and point guard being the hardest?
I'm sticking with my answer.
All right, Antoine, over to you, my friend. What is the hardest position in basketball, and what is the easiest position in basketball, and why?
I'm still going to stick to point guard for hardest. I think that is being in command of the ball and trying to break down a defense for your other players as well.
You should be a little bit louder.
So, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think a small forward, power forward, like, they have jobs, but the point guard needs to be able to read defenses, read screens, go around screens, set the ball up for other guys, find a pass for the assist to their other players. So a lot more responsibility for them.
Yeah.
The center, I will say, is an easy position, but you do need capable centers in this league. Now we've seen it a lot more, obviously. Centers, all they really have to do is rebound, block, box out,
Right.
screens.
Yeah.
That is a lot of responsibility.
But listen, understand what I'm saying
So,
here. There's not a lot of skill involved to be a solid center. I'm not saying to be the top 1% of centers.
Unless you're Nikola Jokic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why he's one of the best, because he's a big man, right? He's naturally gifted in terms of his size and his strength and all that, but he has the skills of a guard. That's
Right.
what makes him that good.
Exactly.
But if you're just big and strong and you can jump a little bit, you're a solid center. That's why it's not that hard to be a center.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
know what I'm saying? You just have to have natural ability.
You need to be able to move. Like, remember when we were on the cruise a couple of years ago and we played against that 7-footer?
Yeah.
That's different. Like, he was missing layups left and right. I'm sorry to put this
Right.
guy on blast, but like,
Yeah, he was also like 400
he was
pounds.
7-footer.
he was 7 foot.
Yeah, he's 7 foot.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Kevin
So-
blocked him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kev at 3'6" blocked him.
Shout out to Kev. by the way.
And even still, if you look at guys like Zach Edey, like, it's not easy to move at 7'4", 305.
It's definitely not.
It's tough.
I will
I
say,
guess that's a skill to be able to move at that height.
Yeah.
So,
small forward. I feel like growing up a traditional small forward for us, Melo, LeBron, KD, all they did was just score. Back in the day,
Yeah, that's it. Just score.
LeBron was putting up triple double numbers. Something with KD. So small forward, you could say is just a scorer.
Not anymore.
nah. Small forward, you need to do
Look
everything.
at the role of Lou Dort and Aaron Nesmith and
Yeah.
tell me that the small forward position is easy.
Absolutely.
When you have
Now the defense is being more
exactly, you
more
need
utilized.
to defend. You need to shoot the three at least at a 36% clip. At least that's what we're asking for, and that's why both of them have improved tremendously since they came into the league, which is where it's different.
I
But
think. I mean,
mean-
shooting guard could be up there too for easiest. Like I said, Gio.
Yeah, I mean, you can stick with your answer. That's
you
fine.
can stick with whatever.
Stand on business.
If you want
Yeah.
to, if you want to stand on business center or shooting guard,
Because if
whatever.
we're looking at shooting guards in the league,
Yeah.
Mikal Bridges isn't relied on much for our shooting guard sake wise. AE is for his team.
Right.
Donovan Mitchell is for his team.
Right. Devin Booker.
Cam Thomas for the Nets. But what do they do besides just score?
Dude, are we saying scoring is easy in the NBA? Is that what you're saying?
It's not
Absolutely
When-
not.
when
It's
you're-
the hardest
but
thing
when
to
you're
do. That's why they
Anthony-
get paid the big
But
bucks.
when you're Anthony Edwards and Donovan Mitchell and all those guys, it's a lot easier.
Oh, it's because they're just better than
They're
everyone
just
else.
good.
Exactly.
They're just good. Let's look at like a more of like a.
We haven't talked about power forward.
I think power forward low key might be the easiest.
I don't think so.
I think low key.
I don't think so.
I think center and power forward. But
those are the big guys. You need
those
big
are the big
guys.
guys. What
You
I'm
need
trying
big
to say
guys.
is like if you're bigger, it's easier to be good. So you don't need as much skill, therefore making it easier, the easier position to play. And I'm speaking from my own personal experience because I'm not that skilled when it comes to dribbling. And I mean, I can see the floor decently well.
Yeah.
When it comes to dribbling and playmaking and shot creating, that's not easy to do. I'm more, I mean, even though I'm 6'2", I should be a guard. I can't play guard.
Well, you would be a guard in the NBA.
I would be a guard in the NBA.
Yeah.
I should be playing guard, but I can't play guard. So I have to like based on like the men's league that I play in from time to time, I have to be the power forward or center
Yeah.
because I'm able to get rebounds. I'm able to jump a little bit, but I can't play the highly skilled positions like a point guard or even a shooting guard.
Well, also the average height amongst normal people is not, a shooting guard amongst normal people is like 5'9", like in comparison to like 6'7" in the NBA.
Fair.
So that's where there's like a big difference in the NBA.
Yes.
But I disagree with both forward positions being the easiest. I agree in the sense that point guard's the hardest. I think there's a huge gap
Yeah.
because the point guard is the team,
Yeah.
regardless of how good or bad everything is. Because we see, as you mentioned, they run the offense, they run all the plays, they are the mind, they are the vision, they're the
leader.
eyes, the leader, the heartbeat. We saw, as great as Nikola Jokic was in 2022, without Jamal Murray, that team was not good. So a simple good enough point guard in the NBA is so huge to take you far. When your team doesn't have a point guard, Phoenix Suns, your team's going to suck. That when you're trying to shoehorn shooting guards into point guards, that doesn't work.
Right.
Yeah.
This point forward nonsense doesn't work all the time. Yes, Nikola Jokic is one of the best point big men in the league, but that team does not function well unless Jamal Murray is playing at his best.
Right.
Yeah.
So I firmly agree that the point guard is the toughest position.
Right.
I think the easiest position is by far the shooting guard.
Really.
Absolutely.
Tell me why.
Because looking at the NBA today, outside of the big three, and if you want to count Jaylen Brown, the big four, looking at Ant, Spida, and Devin Booker. The shooting guard, to me, it just seems like it's typically the weakest link in the starting five for most teams. Not saying it's not the case for every team because Dyson Daniels exists, but typically your shooting guard is your floor spacer, the player that will stand in the corner and give the stars room to operate. It's the player that you're going to hide on defense. It's the player that doesn't really take on as much responsibility as the rest because I feel like your wings sit at your small forward, power forward. Your big man and your point guard are your team's heartbeat and brain function. So the shooting guard's just kind of the fifth wheel here. Whereas, like, yes, on some teams, the shooting guard is the engine, like the Minnesota Timberwolves, for example.
Right.
But at the end of the day, that team doesn't function unless Mike Conley's playing well because the point guard's super important. With Rudy anchoring the defense, the two of them are the most important, irreplaceable players on that roster, but Anthony Edwards is the best player. But those two bring the best out of him. He brings the best out of both of them. And when you look at other teams,
I think we're making a false correlation here because you said that there's not many good shooting guards in the league, and I agree with you.
Yeah,
that doesn't mean it's an easy position.
I'm not saying
that could even mean it's a harder position.
But that's the thing, though. It's just
there's not many good players at that position.
Right. That could be the case. But as far as responsibility, the shooting guard just has the least amount of it. Because almost most of the time, your weakest defender is a guard. And there's so many good point guards. Some of them can defend, but they're mostly scoring. The shooting guard usually isn't the prolific scorer, and they're usually not the prolific defender. We're starting to see more of that now, obviously. But I just feel like the shooting guard...
the shooting guard, I don't think it's the easiest position. I think it's actually one of the hardest, but I think it's becoming a dead position.
Oh, it is, for sure.
Because pretty much all it is your secondary point guard.
Or you're just throwing in
You have
wings.
your number one point guard who plays point guard, and then you have the other guy who's not as good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Playing the shooting guard. So I think it's becoming a dead position, whereas in previous generations, the team pretty much ran through the shooting guard almost because, that was your main scorer on offense at least.
Again, that was Kobe, that was Jordan.
Exactly,
that
those
was
guys.
How it is now.
Right.
Look at the Thunder. Their shooting guard is their fifth option. You're not running plays through Isaiah Joe or Kason Wallace.
Wait, who starts on it?
It's SGA. It was usually one of Kason Wallace or Isaiah Joe. Dort at the 3, Chet at the 4, Hartenstein at the 5.
Where's
in the playoffs?
Or J-Dub, sorry, my fault. I forgot about J-Dub.
J-Dub's at the
3, they would play.
Wouldn't Dort be at the 2?
Dort would be at the 2, and even still, Dort would be the fifth option. So it would be SGA, Dort, J-Dub, Chet, Hartenstein.
Right.
So, and even still, they would play J-Dub at the power forward or center.
Yeah.
I think the shooting guard is the most irrelevant position out of the five for sure.
I agree with that.
Because I think it's the easiest. If it was hard, I don't think they would have gone away with it. That's kind of how I feel about it.
Yeah.
I think the shooting guard position is not as necessary as it used to be, but I don't think that makes it easy.
If it's not as necessary, then
looking at the Knicks,
I think it's just dead.
Looking at my team, Mikal Bridges is probably the fifth option in that team.
It's either him or Josh Hart at the 2.
Yeah.
And they're both the not primary option.
We saw last year how he shot us out of the games, but the playoffs.
Yeah, but that's just one player on one team. It's tough because the NBA is, again, we're in positionless basketball.
Yes.
So it's tough. But the main question now.
That's why it's a hard question.
Rank them from easiest to hardest.
Just rank them in order.
Rank the 5 positions.
So, shooting guard.
That's easiest.
Yes.
For you.
Mm-hmm.
Shooting guard. Small forward. Power forward. Center. Point guard.
Wow, so you think center's the second hardest. Interesting.
Okay. Interesting.
What about you, Gio?
Easiest to hardest. I'm going to go center easiest.
Okay.
I'm going to go... This is when it gets difficult.
Yeah. It's quite tough.
All right, I'm going to just try to be quick here.
Yeah.
So center easiest. Shooting guard. I want to go power forward, small forward, and then point guard.
Okay, I'm kind of in the same realm as you. I think it's shooting guard first for easiest, then center, then I'm going to go small forward, then power forward, and then point guard.
So wait, quick, why power forward over small forward?
I think there's just added responsibility on the defensive end because you not only, because power forward is, I feel like your most versatile position in the sense where your power forward needs to be a power forward.
Right.
Some of them play the 5.
Right.
Some of them play the 3.
Right.
And some even run the point. So it's just like, I feel like power forward and I feel like small forward, the body type can fit all 5 positions.
Okay.
Power forward, not so much. If you need your power forward to be a shooting guard, that's not common. So I feel like it's tougher when you have to do all the roles while not having the body necessarily made for that. Like you had said, a small forward is definitely more likely to have better handles than a power forward would. We can all agree on that. We've seen Giannis try to dribble the ball early on in his career. That's not easy. So it's easier watching someone like, I don't know, like Mikal Bridges, for example. He's a lot more small. He's a lot smaller, a lot more nimble. Whereas someone like Pascal Siakam is a lot more big and burly, and it's not easy for him to move as much. So it's a little bit tougher. So for me, I think power forward is the second hardest position behind point guard because point guard's running the show.
That's a good point.
So yeah, not too bad of a question this week. I don't think it was as good as last week's, but
I liked it though.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Really good.
Not so bad.
Good dialogue.
We only went on for about 20 minutes too, so we're making good time. Let us know down in the comments. What is the hardest and easiest position in your opinion? If you want to rank the 5, feel free. And boys, do you have any other final questions, comments, concerns?
No.
Well,
Rock.
guys, let's get into our penultimate preseason power rankings, shall we?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the main segment. This is part number 5 of our 2025 NBA preseason power rankings. So for those of you that are new around here, this is a series where all 3 of us individually rank the teams going into the season 1st to 30th, and I'll combine them together and average them out into a concurrent ranking of 30. And we're going from worst to best, 5 teams per episode. This is part number 5 of 6. We're in the top 10, baby. We are here. We're finally going to get to talk about some meaningful basketball, and I'm super excited. If you want to go check out the previous 4 parts, they're all linked down below in the description. Go watch it from 30th to 11th, I believe, where today we're doing teams ranked 10th through 6th. So as I mentioned in the intro, these are teams that will be in the playoffs, will be in the conversation to make a deep playoff run, and teams that we are very confident in going into this season. So do you guys sort of have anything you want to add, criteria, stuff like that? Anything before we start?
I think we were a little bit higher on the Pacers last segment, but that's okay.
Yeah, it is what it is. They just made the finals, even though they're without Tyrese Halliburton. We have to give them the respect they deserve, and I think that's totally fair.
Okay.
So plus we put the Lakers too high, anyways.
We did.
So it's okay. That one area is just teams that we know are good, just won't be as good, and we just got to deal with it. We got to cope. But
yeah, let's go.
Are you ready? All right, let's get into the top 10. We're starting it off with team number 10. This is a team that I'll get to them I'll get to their story in just a bit, but a team that's gone through a whole whirlwind of emotions over the past calendar year, and it's the Dallas Mavericks. So again, we have overlays planned for every NBA team, so I hope you guys like the colors and stuff like that. We're kind of giving every team their shine here. And before we get to the graphic with all the info, context. Let's give some context. First of all, let's just, if you know a Dallas Mavericks fan, call them, hug them, check on them, see how they're doing, because it's been a year. They make the finals in 2024, get blown out by the Celtics. You come into the next season hopeful, the team looks good going into the year. Then Luka gets injured on Christmas Day, and little did Dallas fans know that would be the last game for the franchise he'd ever play in. Because on that night, February 2nd or 3rd or whatever day it was, Shams Charania had dropped a bombshell that the Lakers traded for Luka Doncic, and it was the first and only emergency episode in our show's history. A lot of crazy days.
That was great.
And you get back Anthony Davis, you get back Max Christie, then Kyrie Irving tears his ACL. He's going to miss the first half of this season. And you scrape the play-in somehow after Anthony Davis only plays 3/4 of his first game before getting injured, and you go out. I believe it was I honestly forgot. I think it was to the Kings they lost, and you obviously win the lottery, get the number 1 overall pick. Definitely not rigged, NBA. Am I right? But
definitely not, dude.
It is what it is. We're ready to get into the info on the Mavs.
Yeah,
let's go.
Here are the graphics and info on the Dallas Mavericks. So obviously head coached by Jason Kidd. This is like his 5th or 6th season with the franchise. The MVP, I've gone for Anthony Davis. I think that's the pretty consensus sort of pick here. He is like a top 15 player in this league comfortably. The key add is Cooper Flagg. I mean, who else would it be? I think Cooper Flagg's clearly the best addition this offseason for any team. So, you might as well take what you can get. The key loss, they only lost one player this offseason, and it was Spencer Dinwiddie. He went to go sign in Charlotte.
Yeah.
So,
player.
Gio, read that starting five, my man.
All right, so at point guard, we got D'Angelo Russell. Shooting guard, we got Klay Thompson. Small forward, we got Cooper Flagg. Power forward, Anthony Davis. And at center, we have Derek Lively.
Before you all rush me in the comments going, oh, where's Kyrie Irving? He's not playing right now.
Right.
So you're going to have to wait because I think he's coming back like February.
Yeah.
Something along those lines.
But with Kyrie Irving, this team
it's quite good.
Is really good.
They went 39-43 last season. Amid the circumstances, they still almost went 500.
Right.
And this is where we have a little bit of discrepancies in rankings. I feel like me and Gio were kind of spot on here, 10 and 9. Mm-hmm. Antoine's put him at 15th. Yeah. Why are they so bad?
That's not bad.
I mean,
so you have the Pacers higher than the Mavericks.
Yeah, but the tiers are different though. Top 10 is like good teams.
That's true. I mean, but listen, this is the bottom. This is a tier below them. I mean, if we split it in half, they are a play-in team. You guys have them obviously around a top 5 seed. I think the biggest thing for me is chemistry with this team, because D'Lo's coming in, Cooper Flagg's a rookie. Lottery pick, number 1 overall pick. AD is coming back from injury.
Yeah.
The cohesiveness is maybe a question mark. How good is Klay going to be this year?
I think he's going to be really good.
Derek
Just
Lively.
Season.
Derek Lively. Listen. I definitely have high expectations for them. 15th is kind of a benchmark place. They could definitely be going into my top 10 at the end of the year for sure. If everything all goes to plan. And Cooper Flagg is a big part of that. AD's health as well. Lively's resurgence. Klay's possible resurgence. D'Lo's just there for now. Backup point guard when Kyrie comes back. And their bench has depth. And that's a big thing. You got Caleb Martin, Najee Marshall, PJ, Gaff, Max Christie, Gio right here. Those are 5 dogs. Mm-hmm. They do have Jaden Hardy as well. But,
He's good. He's really good.
Do you think Jaden Hardy's good?
I like him a lot.
Okay,
he actually reminds me a lot of Kyrie Irving. Plays just like him, maybe a little bit smaller.
And they brought in Dennis Smith again for another stint.
Are you going to be the ESPN's version of finding every LeBron comp to every Kyrie comp?
No, like he literally plays like
I agree, but you've compared, it's like the 5th player today you've compared to Kyrie Irving.
Wait, who else?
I know you compared Darius Garland.
Yeah.
I will say the biggest strength that Dallas has that nobody else has is their abundance of big men.
Yeah.
That is their biggest strength.
Solid.
And that would, because you have 2 starting caliber players on the bench with PJ and Gaff.
The reason why there's a lack of big men in the free agency market is because Dallas just took them all. Like in any other situation, you definitely see PJ Washington getting traded or moving on from Daniel Gafford or moving on from Dwight Powell or whoever. This team's loaded with bigs, and once Kyrie Irving comes back, we just talked about it 5 minutes ago. The hardest thing to come by in this league is a backup point guard.
Yeah.
And D'Angelo Russell is a former All-Star, a starting caliber player. He's going to be a great backup point guard for this team.
Yeah.
And, we've had so many iterations of the former Nets point guards. We've had D'Lo and Dinwiddie. We had Kyrie and Dinwiddie. We're finally getting Kyrie and D'Lo. So this completes the permutation of all the combinations of whatever. And let's see if it amounts to anything. The fact that Max Christie, as far as their expected rotations on their 3rd line of players, is insane.
Yeah.
Because we saw how great he played last year for the team. I think really the only injury question mark I would have is AD, not necessarily his durability, but during the offseason, he had a detached retina. So he's going to be wearing goggles for the rest of his career.
I saw that.
And we'll see if that's tough because players, it's a tough adjustment to playing in a mask or playing in goggles or whatever. But AD's about to get into his Kareem bag now.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I'm ready for this.
That could be a resurgence.
He almost looks just like him.
He kind of does.
If he shaved his beard and went full on
If he shaved his beard and then parted the unibrow C, then I would agree.
And went bald.
And went bald.
The best thing about
Kareem had hair when he was young. It
Yeah, but
wasn't
like when he
dreads.
was older, yeah.
But AD's
You're
got
right.
shorter hair now. We cut it.
The best thing about if AD's out still question mark, PJ fills in, but PJ is going through some legal issues right now. I don't know if you've been watching.
Yeah, we're not going to get it. We're not going to get into that.
But I hope that's sorted out because PJ.
I don't think he's in the. I don't think he's in the wrong. So I think he'll be fine.
I don't.
But
we'll see. But I'm sure that shouldn't affect him. I know that it could be a burden on his head.
Yeah.
But PJ's a hell of a player. I love him. And Gaff, same thing. If Lively can't step it up, you can put Gaff in, rotate Lively in. You have Najee Marshall and Coop. Those are two other big men as well. Najee's a big guy. Coop's a tall guy.
This team is insanely deep, bro.
Gio, please don't pick them together
Just-
the
just
finals.
not-
'Cause
just-
I would actually like to see them get there.
Just not their guards. Their guards aren't deep. That's the only thing.
Their
I mean-
guards are deep.
I mean, when
think.
when healthy, you have Kyrie Irving, you have D'Angelo Russell,
Max
you have Klay
Christie.
Thompson, Max Christie, Jalen Hardy, and Dante Exum.
Like that's super deep.
Good.
I mean, yeah,
Let's also
Dante.
not forget that they have brewing in the back burner the next great playoff riser in Ryan Nembhard.
Oh my God! Please stop.
We know, dude. I'm telling you,
Nope.
if that family keeps cooking up playoff risers, then look,
Ryan Nembhard
give him
is-
like,
Is
give
he
him like,
nice?
he's very good. Give him
No.
like 4 or 5 years, he'll get some minutes.
Don't listen.
How big is he?
She's like the same height.
Do you
as
know who
him.
Ryan
Like
Nembhard
6'.
is?
I know he's his brother.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He's like 6'2", 3".
yeah, kind of around there.
All right.
He's not. He's from Gonzaga. He's whatever.
He's not better than his brother, but like I said, if Andrew's this good in the playoffs, how good's Ryan going to be? That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't think they're the same player.
But
okay.
but Gio, what is the we know the ceiling for this Mavs team is the finals.
I think so.
But can they actually do it? And speak objectively. Don't speak in your opinion, because if you do, then they'll lose in the play-in.
Okay.
So objectively,
Can this team make the playoffs?
no. Can this team make the finals?
Oh man, that's what I meant.
Can this team dethrone OKC?
No.
Objectively speaking,
Maybe.
I don't like speaking objectively.
He wants to go on a hot take and curse the
I
season.
do. I love going on hot takes. I have to. So I'm gonna say yes.
He'll get one right at some point. Like a blind squirrel finds a nut every now and then.
I'm gonna say yeah. They dethrone OKC.
Really?
I do think so. I mean, I can give you a best case scenario is they dethrone OKC and they win.
Okay.
Worst case scenario, Anthony Davis is not the same player because of the eye thing.
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving isn't the same player because of the ACL, and Klay Thompson, is pretty much
He's old.
yeah. Let's just go with
He's
that.
unk.
That's worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Right. I think Cooper Flag's gonna be a great player, so I don't think there's any worst case scenario for him. I think he's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Lively, he's also a good young player. So that's the worst case scenario. I also want to get into Klay Thompson. Can I get into that?
Go for it. Curse this season.
Yes, please, more than it already has.
I think we're gonna see a comeback season from Klay Thompson.
All right, Klay
I
Thompson.
think we're gonna see a reemergence of knockdown 3-pointers.
Klay Thompson, get ready to miss
This-
every single 3-pointer in your season.
Get ready
No.
to average 3 points a game.
I'm telling you right now, we're gonna see a resurgence of Klay Thompson from the 3-point line. He's going to be knocked down just like he was with Steph Curry and the Warriors.
Okay.
That's my hot take, early season prediction, whatever you want to call it.
Okay. I want to talk about a different player
Go for it.
that I firmly believe in, and that is the main man himself, Cooper Flag.
I don't know if he's the main man yet.
He
Oh
is the main
my
man.
God, Gio, I will firmly say that he will be the best player on this team in February.
Yeah.
Better than AD.
Because AD probably won't be on the floor, but
Okay.
I do.
We
think-
want him to.
Yeah, we want AD to be on the floor, but even if he is, I truly believe Cooper Flag will be the one option on this team.
Wow.
Because again, I've said this.
young, bro.
I've said this for the past however many weeks. Wemby is clouding everyone's mind because of how great he was. Everyone's sleeping on just how generational Cooper Flag is. We know how great he is, but this dude is absolutely incredible. We've seen what he can do on both ends of the floor, and it's not just college. We saw him play in Team USA camp, guarding guys like LeBron and guys like Anthony Edwards, and he was playing out of his mind. So we know how good this kid is. And remember, just imagine if Victor Wembanyama was thrown onto this Mavs team now. Imagine if LeBron James was thrown onto the 04 Pistons when he got drafted. Cooper Flag is arguably one of the best players we've seen, top 3 best prospect we've seen in the past decade,
Wow.
even decade plus. And you're putting him onto a team with Kyrie Irving, Klay Thompson, Anthony Davis. The team is arguably a contender.
Yeah.
We don't know if they're a definite contender, but they're one of those teams where they can get to the finals, and I would not be surprised at all.
Yeah.
And you're adding him? Insane.
Yeah.
Remember, this team had Luka Doncic a year ago, and Cooper Flagg is essentially the replacement to Luka Doncic.
Yeah.
And your point guard is Kyrie Irving.
Right.
Like, it's incredible.
Right.
And I think all of those players are going to bring so much out of him. And I think he's going to help Clay's case to have a good season.
Okay.
Because everyone's going to be focused on Cooper Flagg and Anthony Davis. And when Kyrie comes back. But all the attention, like D'Lo and Klay Thompson are going to get so many open looks.
Yeah.
The lobs,
They're gonna
Derek
light it up.
Lively and Daniel Gafford are going to be insane.
Yep.
And everyone else is just going to cook. So I'm super excited to see this team function. And even if you do want to kind of run an all-defense lineup, if you want to run out like a Brandon Williams, Max Christie, Cooper Flagg,
Yeah.
AD Lively, or if you want to run Gafford Lively together, like whatever combo.
You can even put Flagg at the 2. I think he's that versatile.
You could also put him at the 4.
You can do that, but you can put Flagg at the 2. You can put PJ at the 3.
Or I think Najee Marshall's probably better suited for the 3, especially on the defensive end.
Right.
But
Yeah.
this Mavs team was good enough as it was. We saw the bright spots last year. We saw Najee Marshall come alive.
Yeah.
We saw how good Daniel Gafford and Derek Lively can play. And now you're adding Cooper freaking Flagg.
Yeah.
Like, dude,
Yeah.
this
But
team's
I don't
got
know.
potential.
I think to say that he would be the number 1 option is a bit of a stretch, but I'm all for the hot takes. I love it.
Exactly, yeah. So hopefully that works out well for him.
Yeah.
And I guess we'll just have to see what happens. So that is the story of the Dallas Mavericks. How are we doing on time?
That was 15 minutes.
All right, perfect. Not so
We went
bad.
a little long
We went a
on
little
that.
bit long, but it's the Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah.
They're a very polarizing franchise.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
So do we have any final thoughts, questions, comments, concerns before we get into the next
No,
team?
let's go.
All right, let's get into team number 9. This is my favorite number because I am born on the 9th of December. And we are heading to a team that made another big change in the offseason and hopefully will start riding the ship in the right direction. And that is the Orlando Magic. So the color, it's the same blue. So the colors didn't really change. Just the navy went to black, the gray went to white. And again, the Magic started off the year just about as good as it could get. I mean, Paolo dropped 50 in like the second game of the season. And they were cooking on all cylinders, and Paolo goes down a week in. He tears his oblique or whatever he did, and he was out for a while. The team were still good. Franz Wagner came alive and was incredible. Was obscenely incredible.
Right.
And then he goes down.
Right.
Same exact injury. And then Jalen Suggs, it's your turn to come alive.
Right.
And he was incredible. And it's Jalen Suggs, it's your turn to get injured again. It was a knee problem. And again, point guard, the most difficult position in the NBA.
Yeah.
Once he went down, that team was done for.
Yeah.
They were struggling.
They still made the playoffs.
They
No?
made the play. They made the play in.
Did they make the
yeah,
playoffs?
they made the play in, won the play-in game, and then lost to the Boston Celtics in like
First
5 or
round.
6 games.
Yeah.
And then
To still make the playoffs with that many injuries to key players is amazing.
they made it out of their group in the NBA Cup too, and they
Right.
wound up losing to Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Right.
But still impressive nonetheless.
Yeah.
And it all culminated with the big trade in the summer acquiring Desmond Bane from the Memphis Grizzlies to try and alleviate some pressure off of Paolo and Franz so they don't injure their obliques.
Right.
Because they were very overworked.
Right.
So are we ready to get into the stats on the Orlando Magic?
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Here are the stats on the Magic. Also forgot to mention, those jerseys are fire.
Yeah, I
the
love
brand
them.
new ones.
Love them.
So obviously head coached by Jamal Mosley. I think this is his 3rd season with the team. MVP is still Paolo Banchero. I still would say that could change over time, depending on how good Franz Wagner plays. The key add, Desmond Bane, like I mentioned previously. And the key loss, as bad as he was, I think Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is the biggest loss for them. More so because he is a vet voice. So Antoine, read that starting 5.
All right, so same thing, but plus a new player. So Jalen Suggs at point guard, Desmond Bane at shooting guard, Franz at small forward, Paolo at power forward, and then Wendell Carter, of course, at center.
So the Magic went mid last season, 541 and 41.
Yeah.
Here's where we have some big differences. We're all kind of all over the place here. Antoine's the lowest on them at 14th. Gio's at 10th, and I'm at 8th. So I feel like we're kind of looking towards the middle of the screen here. 14th. I need some explanations here.
I would say Maybe health plays a factor into this a little bit with Franz and Paolo. But again, starting five is somewhat complete now. Bane is another scorer that they much needed to alleviate off Franz and Paolo a little bit.
Force spacer.
Yeah, exactly.
Fits right in the brand.
Their bench is probably their biggest question mark. No one really notable of like worth besides like Mo Wagner.
I think he's the only
He's really
one.
good.
I think him and Anthony Black, I think, are the only
Yeah,
two.
like Jonathan Isaac, we're still riding that Jonathan Isaac ship. Tristan Da Silva is second year. Jace Richardson's a rookie. Tyus Jones backup point guard. Like, it's whatever.
Yeah.
Like on the starting five is gonna be a big thing for them. They can always make trade deadline moves, always. So I guess just kind of the depth for me is a big issue. The starting five, maybe the health of Franz and Paolo, of course. Sugg stepping into now primary point guard duties a little more this year.
Well, he's proven, I feel.
Yeah.
Like.
Oh yeah, he's a great defender. He can shoot the three a lot
And then,
better than he used to.
I guess running Wendell Carter again at center.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm more concerned about Wendell Carter.
Sure.
Than anything else.
Like,
we were so high on him too after the playoff series, but
Yeah.
I think that was kind of a honeymoon phase.
Yeah.
Whereas now we're looking at this team competing in the East.
Yeah.
And you want him with his flabby knees to
Right. Guarding Cat, guarding.
yeah, I mean, I would
Who else?
I would start Mo
Maybe.
Wagner. Mo was phenomenal
thing
last
is,
year.
I
would
would
too.
if he wasn't off a torn ACL.
That's it's a big thing.
So that's the thing. I mean, even still, like you're trying to guard Cat, you're trying to guard Jared Allen, or Evan Mobley, or
There's other guys.
it's tough. And I think that's the trade piece right here. I think Wendell Carter is the one to go.
Yeah.
Whether you bump up Goga Batadze as
like
well,
Goga.
because I do think I'm ready to just sell all my stock on Jonathan Isaac. I'm so done with it.
Oh yeah, he
Yeah,
needs
he's-
to go.
I think if you can ship off both Wendell Carter and Jonathan Isaac and pick up a capable big man from anyone, just someone,
Someone's gonna sell.
someone's gonna be available.
I mean, the fact that Jonathan Isaac is still there after all these years, it really means that they believe in him.
No, but he's gonna
Yeah.
be backup. Like we know this
Oh,
for
yeah,
a
obviously.
fact.
Yeah.
He'll play the backup 4 or 5,
Right.
but
Making 15 mil off the bench.
yeah,
It's insane.
but I think that's the biggest issue is Wendell Carter Jr.
Yeah.
And how is that going to function, especially if he can't stay healthy?
Yeah.
Where I feel like you're going to be running backup 5s in your lineup. Yeah, you'll get some wins out of that when you play the Jazz, but like when you're going up on a primetime night against the Knicks or Cavs, like you really need to be on your A game. And I just don't know if Wendell Carter is going to consistently deliver. I don't know if the backups will consistently deliver either, which is where I do think the Magic aren't done. And that's why I do think maybe they gave up. I don't think they gave up too many picks for Bane because those picks are kind of worthless anyways, but you might have to part with some better ones to go get someone like Walker Kessler,
Yeah.
who you should absolutely be all over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With him on the roster, I think the Magic can comfortably make the conference finals.
Yeah.
I agree.
All right.
Comfortably.
Comfortably. I don't
Agreed.
think it would even, they wouldn't break a
Walker.
sweat.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Walker's a massive upgrade, and if they bring in more depth pieces on the bench, some guards,
Yeah.
they'll be fine.
I'm more interested in the Wagner, the Franz, and Paulo dynamic when they're playing together.
Yeah.
Because we've seen Paulo thrive, when Wagner wasn't as good or didn't take more of a key role.
Right.
And we've seen Wagner thrive when, Paulo was out and all that stuff. So I'm curious to see how they're going to play together this year, how that's going to work out, if they're going to stagger minutes a lot, if they're going to play together a lot, if they're going to play well together a lot, who's going to take more of the leadership role in the team, who's going to be the main scorer, all that stuff I'm curious to see.
Well, I think there's 2 main keys to this. I think it really depends on the health of Jalen Suggs.
Yeah.
And I think it really depends on the efficiency of Desmond Bane. Because it doesn't have to be one or the other anymore.
Okay.
Suggs and Bane can easily give you 25 on any given night if they want to.
Yeah.
Bane can average that. Suggs won't. But, Suggs can give you the big performance every now and then. So the usage will go down for both of them.
Okay.
But it's going to benefit because they're going to function more like a team.
Right.
And I think this will kind of tighten things up. My biggest concern is that outside shot. For anyone not named Desmond Bane, because my goodness, Franz was a total brick in the playoffs, his past 2 playoffs. And Paolo wasn't much better. They were shooting like sub 28% from 3.
Yeah.
And that's just not sustainable in today's NBA. You were playing a team in Boston that was shooting 63s a game.
Yeah.
You can't compete with that. If your threes aren't hitting, you're screwed. So that's super important. That's why they got Desmond Bane. You need a guy that can score, but can also shoot the 3 at an efficient clip.
Right.
And that's where Paolo and Franz were coming up a bit short. And Jalen Suggs is just a little inconsistent for my liking from behind the three-point line, even though he's improved a lot. So Desmond Bane's really the key here for this Magic team. I think they go as far as he takes them.
Really?
Yes.
So he's that guy.
I'm not
Is
saying,
that what you're saying?
he's not that guy, but he's the guy that's going to step up when Paolo or Franz are having an off night.
So you would say he's the most important piece to this team?
I would say
even though he's not that guy.
I would say he is that not the, because obviously Paolo and Franz are like the load bearing of the team.
Right.
Like the load bearing column, if they're gone, the whole thing collapses.
Right.
But I think Desmond Bane is one of those things where, if that goes down, they're bent and they're getting ready to go. I feel like Desmond Bane's going to be the safety net of this team.
Okay.
And I'm always been high on Bane. I think he's come up very short for the Grizzlies over the years, and I think a lot of the problems were blamed on Ja Morant, Dylan Brooks, and Jaren Jackson, when I think Desmond Bane should have taken some more accountability, as good or bad as he was. So we'll see how that is kind of going forward, whereas now he's comfortably not a 3 anymore. I think he'll thrive more as a 2, because sometimes they were running lineups with him at the 3 in Memphis, and he's just too small.
Yeah.
So
I mean, not this way, but
I'm talking about height-wise. Like
bro is jacked.
Yeah, he's like 6'4" or something along those
On
lines.
a good day.
And in the East is a lot smaller, so you don't have to deal with the mountains in Dallas anymore.
Right.
You can go up against a team like the Knicks. The Knicks have 1-2 big men, where one of them's not even that great to begin with, so you could suffice
Right.
in those sort of atmospheres.
Yeah.
But Antoine, let me ask you this. Where does Orlando stand to you as far as how far can they go? Because I think we all can agree that the Knicks and Cavs are the 2 best teams in that conference. Where do they sort of fall, the Magic in the East?
Well, Orlando's going to be around below them. Obviously, trade deadline included. They can make some major moves, and they could easily knock off maybe Cleveland, not the Knicks. Sorry, Orlando.
Cleveland's frauds.
Cleveland could be the frauds. We're not this year. We're legit.
Nice.
The depth is immense on our team right now. Finally. But yeah, Atlanta could sneak up on them. I don't think Boston. Maybe Indiana, maybe not.
You're forgetting with the Sixers.
Yeah, okay.
Again, the Pistons.
Yeah, Detroit easily. Detroit can make moves in the trade deadline as well.
So what are you saying? They're like a top what in the East?
They're probably top 5.
I think I agree.
They're top 5.
When healthy they are.
They can sneak up to the 2 if they're playing
Nope.
well. I think that's their potential.
No, actually, no. I like his point because, well, yes, the Knicks can win a championship not as a top 2 seed. Same with the Cavs. I mean, the Bucks did it as a 3 seed. The Warriors did it as a 3 seed.
Mm-hmm.
The regular season isn't always defining. So if the Knicks have injury problems, they could have a down year and maybe win 48 games and finish as the 4th seed. And remember, the Pacers just made the finals as the 4th seed.
Exactly.
Could have seen that coming. Besides me, but that's just I could very well see that because 2 years ago the Magic were a game away from getting the 2 seed.
Right.
And it just didn't wind up happening. They got the 5 seed.
Right.
And then this year they took a little bit of a regression to the mean. This year they made the big trade. They're ready to go. So let's see what they're made of in a week East.
Let's see.
That's the important thing.
Exactly. That's why I said they can sneak up to the 2. Possibly. That's their ceiling, I think.
Exactly.
But I would say 5 is probably likely.
Yeah, top 5 at worst.
Yeah.
And if they're obviously facing injuries, then things can happen the way they happen. So that is the story of the Orlando Magic. Guys, do we have any sort of final thoughts, questions, comments, concerns before we get into the next team?
Let's go.
All right, let's get into team number 8, a team that is just so controversial, always drawing up news stories. It's the Los Angeles Clippers. So interesting season last year. Team full of old geriatric players.
Yeah.
And the rise of Ivica Zubac was incredible last year. I mean, he was insanely good to start the year. Then he teetered off a bit, and then he came back better than ever. They secured the 5 seed, I believe. It was either the 5 or 6 seed. You played the Nuggets in the first round. One of the best first-round series of all time. It was incredible from start to finish. There's only 2 blowouts if you count Game 7. But, it was a good series, and the offseason, a lot of stuff happened. You signed Bradley Beal on the vet minimum. You bring back Chris Paul on, I think, half the MLE or the full MLE. I don't remember exactly what it was. Yeah. But the biggest news story was the scandal going on, allegedly, surrounding Kawhi Leonard, Aspiration, and Steve Ballmer. Kind of, a dark cloud over this team. but they're ready to compete. They're ready to be good again. And are we ready to talk about the Los Angeles Clippers?
Yeah.
Here are the stats on the Clippers. Obviously, head coached by Ty Lue. This is like his 50th season with the team. Feels like it's been a while. The MVP still Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah.
The key ad, I've gone for John Collins over Bradley Beal.
Yeah, that's fine.
I think John Collins is going to play more of a valuable role as a lob threat. Remember, James Harden loves his lob threats in the dunker spot. So I feel like that's probably best for him. I apologize if you just heard that. My stomach is growling. I'm starving.
Yeah.
But and the key loss, obviously Norman Powell.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention that too. They traded him away. They didn't want to pay him, stuff like that. So Gio, read that starting five of your former favorite team.
So at point guard, they got James Harden. Shooting guard, Bradley Beal. Small forward, Kawhi Leonard. Power forward, John Collins. And at center, Ivica Zubac.
I feel like Harden's been one of the very few players to successfully transition from shooting guard to point guard.
Yeah.
He's such a good passer.
Yeah,
Wish he did it more. If he did it more in Houston, bro, imagine.
Yeah.
But anyways, they went 50-32 last year. I believe this is our second or it's either our first or second 50-win team on this ranking.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then we're pretty similar. Me and Antoine, we are there in 11th. Gio is in 8th.
Yeah.
So Gio, why are they so high?
Gio's whacked.
I have a lot of confidence in Kawhi Leonard's ability to
Buy trees.
buy trees. No. No, that was funny. And Kawhi Leonard's ability to, I don't know,
Sell trees.
form
Plant
he
trees.
needs to. But I don't have a lot of confidence in his ability to stay healthy. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
So I'm banking on this team staying healthy. I'm banking on their experience in just overall in the NBA. That's why they're
I mean,
8.
put it this way. This is the first year in forever where he's had a healthy offseason and not a short offseason. Remember, the last healthy offseason he had was the bubble. And before that, they won the championship, so he still had a short offseason to begin with. This is the first time in what, 8-9 years that he's had time.
Yeah.
And he wasn't injured after the playoff series against Denver. So I think he's ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Now, hopefully this aspiration stuff isn't a distraction for him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he's fazed much by those things, but hopefully the team isn't, because this is obviously an organizational issue
Right.
more than it is a Kawhi issue,
Yeah.
because there's a lot that goes into it. But, you know, kind of is what it is. Antoine, let me ask you this. Bradley Beal. I mean, what hasn't been said about this guy? He's gone from a near scoring champion to one of the biggest locker room cancers in Phoenix. What will Bradley Beal do in LA this year? How will he help or hurt this team? Just what are your thoughts?
Well, yeah, I mean, the new contract he got is a big help for LA. You know, cheap deal. You can obviously cut him anytime you want if you need be.
Wow.
I hope he at least shows his former self in Washington. The scoring is much needed for this team. I mean, not really, because Kawhi and Harden, and they're all going to score.
He feels the Norman Powell.
Yeah, the Norman Power role kind of works, but Norman did score a lot last year.
He did.
We want to see just a nice, I guess, rejuvenation, not resurgence, but like make sure that he's not lost his game. You know, he's a great player. I loved watching him in Washington. The starting five is immaculate all the way from top to bottom. If you had this whole backcourt and Kawhi 10 years ago, this is a finals bound team.
This is a dynasty. If you're giving me like Houston Harden, Washington Beal, Raptors Kawhi, Hawks Collins, and this year's and just Zubac right
and then
now.
Chris Paul off the bench.
Yeah, give me like 2011 Chris Paul.
Yeah, I mean this team. I mean they have depth. I mean Brooke is the backup center. That's phenomenal. I mean, Chris Dunn. We talk about his defense all the time.
Yeah.
Bogey, Batum, and then Derek Jones is on the 11th player on this team that could always come in and put in a good shift. But again, I think this team could make the conference finals, depending on a lot of things, and it relies around those three guys all the way to the left.
I think it just relies on Harden, to be honest with you.
Just on Harden? Wow. I think
team,
all three of them.
That team goes as far as Harden will take them, because I'll tell you what, Harden never shows up in the big playoff games, and that's the death of all of the teams that he's been on, whether he's been injured or whether he's just sucked. That's just the fact of the matter.
Yeah.
When he was in Philly, that Game 7 against Boston was abhorrent. Last year against Denver, that playoff series that game was abhorrent. So Harden to me is the key here, and it's this team just reminds me of the Mavericks on the coast, because this team is quite clearly good enough to win the championship. Health is a big question mark, and not everyone on this roster shows up when it matters. So Gio, I'll ask you this.
Go for it.
Where is the realistic ceiling for the Clippers? How far do you think they'll go?
Realistically,
Because you're the only one that put them in the top 10.
I did put them that high, and now I have to stand on business because I'm not Anthony, and I have to work with that. So realistically, their ceiling, I want to say, in the West is top 4.
Oh, wow. That's tough.
Top 4.
So you're saying you're looking at what?
That's their ceiling, though. So
Yeah.
meaning probably 4.
Understandable.
Right? Because you got the Nuggets over there. You got the Thunder. You got maybe even the Mavericks in there. Who else?
The Rockets.
Wolves, Rockets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
that is
Nuggets.
tough. But I think that is their ceiling. Now, their floor is much lower than their ceiling because of injuries, because of age, and because of even Beal. If Beal doesn't work out over there, or Collins. I expect Collins to work out, but I think their floor is playing, not making the playoffs.
And I feel like that's just because the West is so stacked. Like in
Exactly.
the East, that team would be floor 5th seed.
Exactly.
I think they're better than most of those teams in the East outside
agree.
of the top 3 or 4. So
I agree.
it's tough. I don't know. It's like I want to believe in the Clippers,
Yeah.
but they never give me a reason to believe them.
Yeah.
They always just find a way to screw it up. We always talk about how the Celtics make no mistakes, but like the Clippers always make mistakes.
Yeah.
And it seems that this Kawhi thing could be the biggest one of them all that can cost them their future. And that's something that has catastrophic ramifications. And this could feel like their last chance to do something with this core. Because if everything that comes out is true, they're in a whole world of hot water. Kawhi's definitely not going to be on that team anymore.
Yeah.
It might cause ownership change and stuff like that. And the Clippers are going to be in a world of trouble.
Oh, yeah.
So for me, it's like, figure it out. Find a way to just work with what you got this year. Like I said, your bench is good, right? You got 3 and D on the bench and Chris Dunn. You have a good point guard in Chris Paul with a good vet voice. Bogey can shoot. Nicholas Batum is one of the greatest fourth quarter scorers I've ever seen in my life.
It's crazy.
Brooke,
He hits everything.
Brooke Lopez is a former DPOY finalist. I think a change of scenery was needed, and this could revitalize him now that he's home in LA. So it's possible. I'm feeling more hopeful on the Clippers now than I was last season because I may or may not have put them second bottom. But,
insane.
it just is what it is. Kawhi was out. I didn't think he was going to play.
Yeah.
And, he proved me wrong. The Zubats was incredible. Norman Powell was an all-star.
Yeah.
Or almost. So it is what it is.
Right.
But for me, the Clippers, they're the most bland team in this top 10 for me. Not much to it.
Yeah.
So that's essentially the story on the Los Angeles Clippers. How are we doing on time?
We got 37 minutes.
Perfect. We're making good time. We only have 2 teams left. And also, let us know down in the comments. What do you guys think of your teams or these teams? Anything you want to add, let us know. Are we ready to get into the next team?
Let's go.
Let's get into team number 7. If you asked me a year ago where this team would place, I would not have said 7. What a turnaround this team has had. We're going to the Motor City for the Detroit Pistons. What a story, man. 2 seasons ago, they lost 28 games in a row. And here they are as the 7th best team in the NBA in our power rankings. I'll clap it up for the boys in Detroit. So last season, like I said, big change. You have a healthy Asar Thompson. Cade Cunningham was healthy as well. And this team was cooking, man. They were playing good. They tripled their win total from last season. They won like over 40 games.
It's got to be like the best of all time.
One of the greatest turnarounds, if not the greatest turnaround in NBA history. It was a joy to watch. Unfortunately, you lost Jaden Ivey midway through the season to a broken leg. But, guys stepped in, and this team made the playoffs. They didn't even make the play-in. They got the 6th seed. You went up against the Knicks in the first round, and, if certain things fell the other direction, the Pistons easily could have won that series. It was very close to going to a Game 7.
It was.
And now you make some big changes in the offseason. You bring in a bench that can give you some help when guys are not there. Obviously, Malik Beasley is not there at the moment.
Right.
We'll see what happens with that. He's still not out of the woods.
Yeah.
But the Pistons are looking good. Are ready to talk about them?
Let's go.
Here is the graphic on the Detroit Pistons.
I love this graphic, by the way.
Thank you.
Nice colors.
Thank you. We love the red, white, and blue.
Yeah.
So obviously coached by J.B. Bickerstaff. This will be his 2nd season with the team. MVP is Cade Cunningham. Quite an obvious choice. The key ad, it was really between Karis LeVert and Duncan Robinson. I went for Karis LeVert because I feel like he does more on both ends. And the key loss is Dennis Schroeder, without a doubt. I mean, he has become one of the most underrated vets in sports.
Yeah.
So not having him there kind of sucks because he
That's
played
huge.
so well for them.
Right.
Antoine, read that starting five.
Yeah. Kind of the same thing as last year. Exactly the same. We have Cade at point guard. Ivy coming back at the 2 guard, obviously. Asar at the 3. Tobias Harris at the 4. And Jalen Duren at the 5.
So obviously, like I mentioned previously, over 40 wins. They won 44 and 38 last year. And here's the rankings. Gio's put them in 11th. I've put them in 9th. And Antoine, you've been the highest on them.
Wow.
Put them in 8th.
You really are a fake Knicks fan.
Gio, bro, I don't want to hear this.
So who wants to talk about the Detroit Pistons? Any volunteers?
I mean, it's the same team. Just more cohesiveness and chemistry. I guess, year 2 of JB, year 2 of the same team running it back. Cade building off last year. Ivy coming back from injury after his great year. Asar building off of last year. Tobias is just there. Hopefully Jalen Duren improves a lot more like he did last year. I want to see a lot more versatility with him. I know he's a big guy, big tree stump. He gave us a lot of trouble in our first round.
Yeah.
Love watching him play. Not against us.
I think
obviously.
Isaiah Stewart gave you guys more trouble.
I think Duren gave us a big
Duren,
trouble.
I think
You wound up winning. You won all those games when Stewart was out.
Yeah, but Duren was
Duren's
still...
a more important piece for the
Duren's
Pistons.
Oh,
more
for sure,
important.
obviously.
Yeah, I mean, Isaiah Stewart's there, obviously. I mean, LeVert off the bench is great to add. Duncan's
Yeah.
great. I mean, we don't know about Malik Beasley, so you got to add those 2 guys there, obviously.
Yeah.
Ron Holland hopefully has a bigger year this year. They has a high draft pick. They took him on. But he's not going to crack the starting lineup. He'll be a nice bench piece.
This is their first year in a while where they don't have any rookies coming into the rotation. So they
Yeah.
finally get to return with some cohesiveness to this team. And I think that's the
Exactly.
biggest thing.
That's what I was going to
Yeah, because you're building on this. This is the foundation of it. That's it. It's more cohesiveness. It's like our Knicks team. You're just,
Yeah. I think
doing
Well, it's
that.
different with the Knicks because they're bringing in a new coach.
That's true.
That's a much different change to the system than this because
Yeah.
they have a set system. They're only bringing back Ivy because he missed half the season.
Yeah.
I was going to say exactly what you just said, guys. You mentioned running it back with the same team. You mentioned they get to come into the second year with more of a cohesiveness.
Yeah.
That's literally what I was going to say, and I think that's so important, and it's a lost art in this NBA today.
Yeah.
Everyone's trying to make changes and try to see what they can do to improve, which is a good thing. I understand it, but no one, except for the Pistons and maybe a couple other teams that I can't remember, no one's running it back and trying it again with the same group of guys. I think that's so important because you get to build chemistry, which is a lost art in this game. I
It's
feel
one of the most important things.
It's one of the-
super teams don't work.
exactly,
Yeah.
and this is what the Spurs did every single year. The same guys, Duncan, Parker, Ginobili, those same dudes run it back. Maybe you mix in a couple overseas guys here and there, like Boris Diaw or some random guys like that, right?
Yeah.
But it's the same guys. Run it back with those same guys. It's so good for chemistry. That's why the Spurs are so good with their chemistry.
Well, a team just did that last season. The Pacers.
There you go. Run it
That's-
back.
Run it back.
Run it back.
Run it back.
the
And
word of
remember,
the day.
they're in the same exact situation as the Pacers last season, where, obviously they didn't trade for the star, but they didn't have Benedict Mathurin
Yeah.
and they didn't have Jaden Ivey. So now they're kind of back. They're ready to go
Yeah.
this season. The thing is, it's just not such a surefire pick for me for them to make a deep playoff run because they're so young.
Yeah.
It's just tough because they overachieved last year. They might regress a little bit, but
That's
I'm
what I was
not
thinking.
sure.
That's why I put him at 11.
That's the thing. But I want to ask you about Cade Cunningham. There's been a lot of discourse surrounding this guy. Is he that guy? Or is this just a fluke? Everything of that nature. What are we going to learn about Cade Cunningham this season?
A lot.
Talk about it.
This is going to be a huge season for Cade because last season was his first real season where he showed what he can do. This season is going to show us if he can do that consistently. Over the course of a career.
Yeah.
I think this is huge for him. He needs to do the same thing he did last year, or else people are going to start saying, oh, he's not that good. He's mid. He's, overrated or whatever. So he needs to do the same thing, if not better than what he did last year, to keep this team in contention for championships or playoff runs.
Right. Yeah.
And also to for his own good in this league, so people don't start saying, oh, he's washed or not washed, but like
he's
not
he's
that
still
good.
young. He's like in his early.
Yeah, you're not washed. Yeah,
He's not washed.
but you know what I'm saying.
But I totally agree
Yeah.
because I think the discourse around Cade wasn't his fault. I think the team was awful. Like the early 2020s Pistons was genuinely one of the worst sports teams I've ever experienced in my life.
Yeah.
They were that bad. And because he was the Ferrari among the Fiats, and he had to overwork so much that he was getting hurt. And that's why he kept not playing. This year we finally saw what this man could do because he had help.
Mm-hmm.
He needed help in the worst way possible. And what did that result in? All-star, top 15 player in the league right now, and showed out in the playoffs. And the only thing he can work on is his three-point shot. Same issue as Franz and Paulo.
Yep.
I do like his ceiling way more than Paulo.
Okay.
Way more.
For what reason?
The fact that he runs he's a point guard. He's a tall point guard.
That's
because I remember they were interviewing Joe Harris after he got traded there, and he said a plus size point guard is one of the biggest luxuries to have in the league.
Yeah.
And that's why he thinks Cade is going to be so good.
Yeah.
And I mean, you saw it. Cade was posting up Brunson all series, and he was having his way with the team. So being able to do that's why Jamal Murray was functioning so well in the playoffs. At 6'4", you're able to do that. Not 6'1" when you're Mike Conley or whoever. You have to find another way. But with Cade, I do think he's big enough to bring this team a championship. I just don't know if it's this year. I just don't think it is. But I think he's gonna be
He's put us on notice.
on notice. I think next year is when he'll start putting himself in some MVP conversations.
Wow.
I believe in this kid so much. I've seen the light with him since he got drafted. Been crying for the Pistons to just get him some adults in the room, and we finally have adults in the rooms. Whether you like him or not, Tobias Harris is a fantastic vet.
Yeah, he's an adult. Yeah.
He is an adult that you need on this team.
Yeah.
Sucks not having Schroeder, but you have a bench now to surround yourself with guys that are going to buy in on the defensive end, which is what JB Bickerstaff wants. Karis LeVert will buy in. Ron Holland will buy in. Duncan Robinson, not so much, but you get the gist. Paul Reed is a rebounding machine. So I like the Pistons' chances at least to get out of the first round this year. I think for sure. But Antoine, if they meet the Knicks again in the playoffs, can they topple them?
No shot. I'm sorry, no shot. I think for us, it's for this team and Mike Brown coming in. No, I wouldn't see it.
Okay.
They probably give us some issues. If they do add some trade deadline help, that's notable. Maybe, because we know we ain't in any more help. We have no space.
Yeah. We can always make a trade.
They have space, but no. I mean, if they play someone else, definitely.
Just so anybody but the Knicks.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I'm high on this team. I think they're gonna have a great year. Just not hope for any injuries, of course. That's what every team hopes for every year.
Yeah.
I would like to see Asar start scoring more, like his brother. Just because I know he did it back in the
Overtime elite. It's tougher though because
he's not a shot creator though.
He's also not in a prominent role. Like Amen's like the third best player on that team.
Yeah.
I think that like.
Well, so can Asar here. Tobias Harris isn't really
I think the thing about Asar is what makes him so good.
I don't think he's the third best player on the team though.
Who?
Asar.
Let's go Cade Ivey.
It's Cade, Ivey, and Duran or Harris. They're going to be your primary guys on offense. Asar's there for defense.
Yeah. Right, but what I was going to say about Asar is that he can score in ways that other players can't score. That's what makes him so valuable to this team.
Exactly.
Right, he's going to get those buckets, the hustle plays. Right, he's the hustle guy. So that's so valuable to especially a team that wants to do good in the playoffs.
Think of him just like he's Aaron Nesmith on the defensive end, but he's Steven Adams on the offensive end.
I wouldn't say that bad.
They can't shoot threes, bro. They're shooting like 19%.
Yeah, but he's not Steven Adams.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So maybe he's like, I don't know, Dwayne Wade.
I would say he's close to Dunn.
Chris Dunn? Chris Dunn was shooting 30% from three.
Was he? 30?
Yeah.
Or just 30?
He was shooting a little bit higher than 30, I think. In the playoffs, he wasn't shooting that good, but he's good from three, Chris Dunn. So
I think he's like a Chris Dunn type player, but better on defense.
Yeah, I mean, he's really like a man. That's really the comparable player here. But, I think his defense is why he's there.
Yeah.
The offense will come when it comes, pause. But I do think most of that's going to be on the rest of the guys. And I do think outside of the starting five, he'll always be on the floor with Duncan Robinson because you need someone to space. And I think that's super important because Duncan can play 2 through 4. So he's kind of portable in that sense.
Yep.
And same thing with Karis LeVert. Same applies to really most of that team. They're full of young, athletic wings and big men. And that's what this team needs. And I think this team's going to surprise a lot of people over the next few years. I think Detroit basketball is going to be worth the watch again.
Yeah.
And it's a welcome sight. So shout out to the Pistons, shout out to the Detroit fans, and that concludes number 7. So guys, do we have any sort of final thoughts, questions, comments, concerns before we get into the final team of this episode?
Let's go.
All right.
Final team.
Into team number 6. This is a team that, honestly, looking back on it now, I'm actually shocked that it didn't make our top 5, considering they've made back-to-back conference finals. And it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. So, again, what didn't happen to the Timberwolves last season? We thought they were just going to run it back after making the conference finals, taking out the Denver Nuggets, and 3 weeks before the season, you trade Karl Anthony Towns in a bombshell deal to the New York Knicks. You take back Julius Randle and Dante DiVincenzo, and instantly everyone's like, oh, this team stinks. This team's not going to do anything, yada, yada, yada. Me and Gio didn't really see it as such. Me and Gio thought that the Timberwolves were going to be, decent because they had depth.
Right.
This team looked good going forward. So they didn't start the year too good. It was pretty bad. Julius Randle was finding life a little bit tougher to adjust to.
Yes.
Dante DiVincenzo was not playing good. Anthony Edwards wasn't playing that good. And really the whole team just looked very disjointed. And that's normal. When you make a big trade like that, Cat was on the team for 10 years. So it's tough making that big switch.
Right.
And then after All-Star break, man, they locked the F in.
Yeah.
I mean,
Randle locked in.
Randle found himself, and that's all I wanted because I felt so bad for the guy. Because, yes, he's been a multi-time All-Star, but he struggled a lot in the playoffs specifically, and this man rose. Anthony Edwards became Steph Curry from 3.
Yep.
Jaden McDaniels became prolific offensively and defensively. Naz Reid is Naz Reid. And the team looked fantastic outside of Mike Conley. And you get to the playoffs, this team dismantled the Lakers in 5 games. Obviously Curry gets hurt, but you dismantle the Warriors.
Right.
And then you run into one of the best teams of our generation.
Right.
So can't really hold them too much accountable for it. But this team needs to get over that hump to make the finals. They have to. You can't lose 2 conference finals in a row and that be your ceiling.
Yeah.
But obviously in the offseason, they made a bunch of changes. You lose Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and you kind of change your whole lineup around in sort of an instant. You bring in a lot of vet minimum guys, and you're promoting other players. So we're ready to get into the stats on the Timberwolves.
Yeah, let's go.
Here are the stats on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Obviously head coached by Chris Finch. This is like his 4th or 5th season with the team. MVP, obviously it's Anthony Edwards. The key ad, they really signed no one. So I just went with their draft pick, Jerome Berenger. He's from France. He's a center. He's pretty much going to be the next Rudy Gobert. So he's always been a mentor to him, so he'll mold him into a good big man. And the key loss is obviously Nickeil Alexander-Walker because that's a big loss.
Yeah.
But did you know that he's SGA's cousin?
Yes. We knew that because they said it a million times during the finals.
Exactly. Yeah. I was making the joke. He didn't play along with it, but it's fine.
Okay.
But Gio, read that starting 5.
So at point guard, we got Mike Conley. Shooting guard, Anthony Edwards. Small forward, J-Mac. Power forward, Julius Randle. And center, Rudy Gobert.
Shout out Mike Conley. This is like his 19th year in the league.
I don't know about that.
I'm pretty sure.
He's up there. Let me look it up.
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
This will be his 19th year in the NBA.
Actually?
Wow. Shout out you, Mike Conley. That's insane.
Wow.
Last year, they went 49-33. That was the 6th seed, I believe. And look at that. We're all right around the same area. I have them in 5th. Gio has them in 5th. Antoine has them in 6th. So, Antoine, let me ask you about the Minnesota Timberwolves. Obviously, they made back-to-back conference finals with and without Karl Anthony Towns, with and without Julius Randle. This is the first year they're really running it back with the core. Obviously, Naw's gone, but
Yeah.
do you think this team is still capable? Do you think this team will be better, worse, the same? Like, how do you see this turning out for them?
Well, I think with the starting 5 in particular, my favorite player in the league besides Jalen Brunson, Anthony Edwards. We want a lot from him this year. Hopefully, MVP numbers around that, hopefully. Interested to see if J-Mac replicates last year's scoring barrage. If that was just a one-off. If not, same thing with Randall.
Yeah.
Can he keep it consistent? We know Rudy, we're not asking for much, more defensive work than offensive work.
Well, if anyone's seen the scoring with Randall, it's you. Like, he's clearly good enough.
He is. Consistency is key with him, and he showed it last year. We wanted to keep going. Same thing with J-Mac. Those two guys are going to be, if they have the trust in them as they did last year, better continue with this year. If not, then we might have a little bit of a problem with that starting five.
Right.
The bench, leaning on Nas, of course. Bringing him back is massive.
His shooting inconsistencies, though, were kind of troubling in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I need him to be more consistent in the playoffs. Yeah. Nas. I was really high on him before. But
yeah. I think Dante is great. Nonetheless, love him. We have some young guys stepping up this year. Rob and Terrence Shannon. Terrence Shannon's taking on Nikhil Alexander-Walker's role on the bench right now. Showed a lot of promise last year. Same thing with Rob. Hopefully they take a step forward to be capable bench players, maybe starters down the line, because we know Mike's retiring soon. Rob's got to fill in that spot. Terrence Shannon, probably not, more of a bench guy. Backup center,
I think he has potential.
Who?
Shannon.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. You saw that in the playoffs.
Potential.
Backup center. Yes. Joan Behringer, I'm excited. I know there's a lot of hype around him coming in with Rudy eventually retiring. He's the next coming of French centers for them, and fitting with the Timberwolves as well. Just staying with France.
Say Rudy retiring? He's 33.
Well,
he should retire.
Sometime soon.
No.
Sometime soon. But I like the team. I know the bench is maybe a little thin. 3 young guys in key spots. But I think the head coach is phenomenal.
It's good.
And the starting 5 is phenomenal if they all come back and do it again like they did last year.
Yeah.
I think the big thing with them is they got to get the job done come playoff time because they're coming up short. They need to get the job done.
I don't think they have enough talent, if I'm being honest.
I think there's plenty of talent on this team.
I think that obviously because you have Anthony Edwards and
they may need some bench
that's
help.
pretty much it. If you ask me, I think Randall he's a star.
He's an all-star.
He's an all-star.
This team
he's like a fringe star to me.
This team is a superstar, 2 all-stars, an elite role player, and an old head.
So that should work out, right?
Yeah, it should.
But to me, I just still feel like there's a lack of talent.
I don't think so.
Maybe it's the shooting. I don't know what it is, but in the playoffs, they seem to fall apart.
Well, I mean, the 2 teams that they lost to
they completely collapsed.
Right. Well, one of them, I don't blame them for losing to OKC. Because OKC was fantastic.
But the way that they lost.
They got destroyed.
It was disgusting to watch.
They should not have lost to Dallas. They shouldn't have.
No.
They should have made easy work of them. But again, that's how good Luka is. They just had played a physical 7-game series against Denver. So Dallas had a pretty fairly easy time getting past OKC.
Okay, fine. Look, we're giving them a lot of excuses, and I understand it. They played against 2 really good teams.
Yeah.
All that. But I think this year is going to be huge for them. I feel like every year is going to be huge for them because every year is huge for Anthony Edwards because I feel like he still has to prove himself.
I think he's the one that needs to really show because in the clutch, he's passing the ball or turning it over. Take the damn shot.
He needs to elevate.
Yes.
He needs to elevate. I mean, this is kind of what we saw from LeBron early in his career where he would pass off the last shot. I hope to see that Anthony Edwards grows and starts taking the last shot the way LeBron has grown throughout his career.
Yeah.
I hope to see that sooner.
Yeah.
I think obviously Anthony Edwards has super high potential, but I don't know. I hope he's going to live up to that this season, and I need him to become that dude in the fourth quarter. If that doesn't happen, this team is just going to be like a second-round exit every single year, or a third, or like a conference final every single year exit. Yeah. Right? I need to see him elevate. That's the only way this team goes and gets a championship.
The thing with Ann is that when are the Olympics? 2028 or 2026?
2028.
Okay.
26 is winter.
Got it. All right. So maybe not so. I mean, but regardless, once Team USA comes up, Ant's wants to be that star of that team. He's going to step into the starting 5, maybe the face of that team. He's got to start building up his game to be that guy for them in the future. But Team USA aside, a lot of just potential with his game, obviously.
Yeah.
Definitely in the clutch, definitely with consistency.
Yeah.
Taking the shots, as you said, because I'm sure he wants to take those shots, but he's got to work on that. I know this year. I know I saw some offseason workouts. He's working on a lot of
Yeah, I don't care about
different things.
I don't care about the off-season workouts because look, he has all the physical attributes you want.
Yeah.
He can play defense. He can jump out the gym, and he can shoot the ball like Stephen Curry, as we see. I mean, not like Steph Curry, but you get what I'm saying.
Percentage-wise.
Yeah. He's that dude. He has everything you want in an NBA player. If you were building an NBA player on 2K, you would want him to be like Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
Right? The one thing he's missing is the mental aspect of the game. Tyler, can you break that down a little bit more? What can he do on the mental aspect to elevate himself to be a better player overall?
I think it all comes down to confidence. I think he's too passive. I totally support you raising up and lifting up your other guys. But at the end of the day, if you're down by 2 in a conference finals game, I don't want Naz Reid shooting the ball.
Yeah.
I don't want Julius Randle shooting the ball. I want you shooting the ball. You're the one that should be doing this. You're the one that's talking smack on the floor to Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Do that in the later rounds. We want to see the fire out of him. And we just don't see that. It's just he tends to just go very tame once the fourth quarter comes around.
Well, I mean, it's because they're sending double teams his way, and he's making the right play, which is what LeBron would do back in the day.
But he's not doing it correctly. He struggles so much to get out of double teams. It's
Right.
SGA figured it out.
Right.
He needs to figure that out.
Exactly.
And that could also come down to a coaching thing with Chris Finch, but
Right.
the Wolves' defense is so good. You can generate so many fast break points, and they just don't seem to get enough of it. And they rely too much on the 3-ball. They're not an elite 3-point shooting team.
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards is probably the only one that I would trust.
Yeah.
Because Mike Conley had a very down year last season. Jaden McDaniels is inconsistent. Julius Randle's inconsistent. And Rudy Gobert's just not a shooter.
Yeah.
Yep.
So by default, you can't be taking 43s a game. Find other ways to win. You're clearly good enough if you made 2 conference finals in a row.
Right.
So utilize
Yeah.
your bigs down low. Utilize Randle's creativity. Function well as a 2-man game with Rudy Gobert. Because while he does set a lot of illegal screens, they don't get called. So get away with as many as you can. And Rudy will be there in the dunker spot. He's 7'2". He's
Right.
going to dunk everything he gets.
Right.
So
Yeah.
work with what you have. Don't try and reinvent the wheel. Because if you played all 5 guys' strengths, what's stopping you?
Right.
Seriously, what's stopping you?
Right.
I don't see a weakness in this team if that's the case.
Right.
Because we know how historically good they are defensively. With or without Nickeil Alexander-Walker, they're good enough. So for me, that's the most important thing, is playing true to themselves and not trying to be something they're not. Don't play like the Celtics. You're not the Celtics.
100%.
The Celtics are miles better shooters than even Anthony Edwards included, than they'll ever be. So they need to figure out a way to utilize these double bigs in the conference finals, because they're clearly good enough beforehand.
Yeah.
Utilize the way you are offensively, because that's their biggest problem. Their defense is fine.
So I guess it's on Chris Finch. No, the coaching.
Yeah. It's on Chris Finch.
I think the one thing they got going for them is they're running it back with the same team.
Yeah.
At least the same starting 5, right?
It's just
So I think that's good.
Mike Conley's the question mark, because he didn't have a good year.
Right.
And you need a good point guard. So hopefully he's mentoring Rob, and he gets more minutes now that Nickeil Alexander-Walker's gone.
Right.
And we'll see what happens.
He's going to help out the offense. That's all I'm going to say.
I just cursed his career, man.
No,
It's
I said he
unfortunate.
was going to be really good last year, and he was really good. So give
He
that.
barely played, so it's like,
No, but
This
when he
year
played,
opened
he
more.
was very electric.
I guess, we'll give you the Mickey Mouse point.
Give me my credit.
But yeah, that's essentially the story with the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yeah.
Do we have any sort of final questions, comments, concerns regarding them?
No.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, that concludes part number 5 of our 2025 NBA preseason power rankings. Let us know down in the comments what, any information, anything you want to add, any craziness takes regarding the 5 teams. And obviously next week is the finale. We're going to get into our top 5 teams, the championship favorites, all that good stuff. So stay tuned for that. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of episode number 77 of the Floor Spacer Podcast. Gio, we already done G of the week. What's the word of the week? First word that comes to mind. Don't even think. Just do.
It is run it back.
One word.
No, run it back. That's
Fine,
the word.
run it back.
All in one word.
All in one word.
Yeah, hashtag run it back.
Yeah, run it back.
Because we're just running it back. We're running it back with this series. Y'all love it.
We're running it back with this team right here.
Exactly.
Every year.
It's the big three. The big three that actually works.
Exactly.
So, obviously, like I mentioned previously, the finale is next week, and then the season is just a couple weeks away. We're getting started with preseason and stuff like that. If we have no news, Antoine, it is your turn for shower thoughts. So, Gio's been saying you don't come up with good questions, so you got to lock in and come up with something
bro,
Dookie questions, bro.
you're not allowed on the podcast next week.
Okay.
That's crazy. But obviously, we'll keep tabs with news and stuff like that. Preseason's underway, so maybe we'll talk about some of the games, even though they're probably not going to be eventful.
No.
But we'll sort of get into any of that. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, be sure to drop a like. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Hit the bell. We're trying to get to 8K. Just a couple weeks away from the season beginning. We want to hit it beforehand.
I think we can do it.
Yeah, we can.
It's all on you guys. So subscribe. It takes like 2 seconds to do. If you're on Spotify audio platforms, give us 5 stars, answer the polls, all that good stuff. Follow our socials at FloorSpacerPod on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Personal ones are on the screen below. Get my guy Gio to 1 million Instagram followers. Join the Discord server. And guys, do we have anything to say before we head on out of here for the week?
Yeah, I'm running 22 miles at 12 a.m. tonight or this morning.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, so you're.
So that's 3 hours from now.
I'm starting. Yeah.
Why? Where are you
I
going?
already told you this.
Where are you going?
When did you sleep?
Huh?
When did you sleep?
Last night.
Oh, okay.
Wait, so you're going to the track at 12 a.m.?
I'm not going to the track. I'm running around through the towns, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
With who?
By myself.
Why are you doing
Actually,
that to
this
yourself?
one girl is actually asking me to run.
Why are
with
you
me, but
doing
I'm
that?
like, nah.
Why are you doing that by yourself?
Because, bro.
Hey, look, I'll be
I
awake.
told you already.
I'll
Don't you
be
work
awake.
tomorrow?
I'll be awake if you want to call me while you're running. But yeah, obviously, wish Gio luck down in the comments, even though he'll be done by then.
Yeah.
And we hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all for watching. We love you all endlessly. Antoine secretly wants to trade Jalen Brunson from the New York Knicks. He also loves Nico Harrison as well. And we will see you all next week in episode 78. Peace out.
Listen, Nico pays the bills, man.